Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the fourth episode of Collective Minds. I'll introduce our panel for tonight. I don't know. Do you guys? I wonder. Do you guys see the same orientation that I do? But let me just go around the screens, and we have Barb here. Spatchamania. Hi, Barb. Mojave is turned invisible. It looks. He was there a minute ago.
He went to get water.
All right. We've got Archangel down in the bottom corner there. And our special guest tonight is Cody S. I think the S stands for scale, Cody. Is that right?
It's for Spencer, but yeah, why not?
All right. So welcome, everyone. This is episode 5. I think we might have a even less viewers than we normally do tonight because I think there's something else going on too, but that's all right.
Oh, I heard about that.
So let's get going. We were just talking. Oh, look who's here! And just in time for introductions, we've got Greg Big D Mazzola. Greg, you see our special guest tonight?
Yes, I do. I see my boy.
Greg?
What's up, Cody?
Nice to see you.
Yes, same to you.
Greg, you look real sweaty. Are you watching Cops?
Sure, we can go with that. We can go with that. Yeah, I had to get refreshed for the show, you know.
Nice.
Nice. I haven't bathed in 3 days, so that's my way.
That's kind of normal for you, though, right?
Yeah, but it's kind of like we did the same thing. Get ready for that.
All right. Well, I guess let's get into it. We were just talking about wrestling a little bit before the show started, so we can maybe continue on that if you guys would like to scratch the surface on wrestling a little bit more. But I was about to say that everything that you guys know, I don't know hardly anything about because I stopped watching it in my early teens and when I did watch it,
that was around the time Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan was kind of a noob back in my day. So even before Hulk Hogan, Chief
like
Jay
Ric
Strongbow,
What was before Hulk
George
Hogan?
the Animal Steel.
I thought they started it.
Oh yeah, they had them. They were there.
I'm not joking. I really did. I thought like Andre
Bruno
the Giant
Sammartino was.
Yeah.
You guys know
They were in
Bruno
WrestleMania
Sammartino?
1.
Do you know who Bruno Sammartino is?
No.
I do.
No. I mean, so Vince McMahon's father was kind of the guy that was running the whole thing. And,
Really?
oh yeah, he was the commentator. And yeah. So going way back, there's probably, I don't even know if I have any support in the chat who could talk about my days in wrestling.
So like back in the day,
Lou
like
Albano
like the young days of Ric Flair, right?
Ric Flair was not around yet. Ric Flair was
Ric Flair would be more the generation we watched, Barb.
Yeah.
Well, I remember Ric Flair when we watched, but he was on.
Ric Flair was a little bit before my time. He was still on there, but
yeah, he was still on, but it was before our time. Yeah, when I started watching it.
Yeah.
Before the Four Horsemen. The Four Horsemen. He says. I remember watching him, but he was already older. I remember him being older than when I started watching it before that. But I never watched before the 90s.
Yeah, the 90s.
Did you guys know the Iron Sheik?
Yeah, I mean, I never really watched his matches. I know who he is.
So that wasn't his name back in my day. His name was like King Hussein, the Sheik of Iran or something like that. So that was, but he's the same guy. He just started calling himself the Iron Sheik. But no. Everybody I know died before you guys even started watching. Well, Andre the Giant was around, so he was.
I remember Andre the Giant.
What about Bob Backlund? When did he come in? Isn't he old school?
Not in my day. I don't remember him anyway. I don't remember him. Lou Albano was around, so you guys know who he was, right? He was one of these crazy managers. He's on the Cyndi Lauper Girls Just Want to Have Fun video.
I feel like your era was more so. I mean, when it was just like pure wrestling, and then like Hogan and all those guys came along where there was more character.
No,
driven?
it was all for show. It was all, they had crazy costumes but it just wasn't like WrestleMania. It wasn't so big.
Yeah, but I
would
mean,
say-
like, I feel like Hogan really popularized it, which he did, but like, made it mainstream, and then he always had the colorful outfits as well, and Macho Man, I remember, all those guys, Ultimate Warrior, that's a little bit before, after those guys, but they all, kind of had that showy aspect to it, and really brought their characters to life.
Well, I just think it was just smaller. There was George the Animal Steel. You guys don't know him, right?
I remember he's the hairy
I
guy.
remember him.
Yeah.
Familiar.
Stan the Man Stasiak
No.
with his heart punch. It just wasn't as big. That's all. I just don't. I think it exploded Hulk Hogan was early '80s, right? And that's when it started to really gain steam, and it just exploded in the late '80s and early '90s.
Yeah.
Actually, it got bigger like in the 2000s.
There we go. Edwin's backing me up. Bruno Sammartino. Yeah.
See, when I was watching it, it was right before the whole NWO thing started, where they were then picking sides and separating. WWF was still going on, but it was still when it was the WCW was one channel and WWF was another one. So I remember, everybody slowly picking sides, and the people that you thought would never pick a side ended up picking NWO, and that was when it was the highlight for me. And then still, I watched Goldberg when he was undefeated up until they gave him his one loss for a real cheesy way to lose.
Yeah.
I think we stopped watching wrestling right around the time that wrestler that killed his family. What's his name?
Chris Benoit.
I think right around that time we stopped watching. We stopped watching wrestling a little bit after that.
Yeah, I think they actually got better over time, like in the 2000s and stuff. With all the gimmicks that they will come up with, like with Eddie Guerrero, and because I remember watching it with Jake the Snake and the Dragon, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and all that stuff. But I wasn't like into it like that, with the Attitude Era. That was like the shit. Like you had to watch it every week.
No, but my whole thing was the whole Stone Cold and Triple H back and forth.
Yes, the Generation X storyline.
Generation X,
where like Triple H was dating Stephanie
with
McMahon.
the Heartbreak Kid,
Right.
and that was always
all
my thing.
that.
Like I always loved them, and then I loved Kane and Undertaker. That whole back and forth.
I actually liked it. I liked it. Kurt Angle and Stone Cold.
Oh, they were hilarious.
Yeah, with the whole milk thing. One will come out with a beer truck, and one will come out with a milk truck. That shit.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I remember one scene where I think they were both bad at the time, and Kurt Angle and him were singing on the guitar and stuff. It was hilarious. Yeah, Kurt Angle had the stupid cowboy hat on. I remember.
It's like one of those things. Yo, this is so stupid. It's actually funny.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you get the pay-per-views? We used to always get the pay-per-views.
Everyone had a hot box back then and all that.
I'll go to my buddy's house, and there were a bunch of us, like WrestleMania, what was it, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam,
Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole.
I remember one. There was a cage match with
thing.
Mick Foley where he
Oh,
really.
Yeah,
messed
with the
himself
whole
up.
Mick Foley thing coming out of the cage.
That was crazy.
That's some crazy ass shit, man. That was I know a lot of this stuff is rigged or whatever, man, but that is some serious shit, jumping out of a fucking cage, that's some serious shit, bro.
You can't pick somebody up over your head and drop them onto a table. I mean, they might have known who was going to win, but they messed up each other pretty bad.
That shit hurts.
Like the shit they put their body through, it's like
the ladder matches. Those ladder matches were insane.
It's kind of like rigged, but what they put their bodies through, that's some real shit, bro.
People and even just the ring. People think the ring is just like a bouncy pad. It's not. It's this plywood underneath with padding on it. It's not like they're just dropping down on a ton of layers of foam or whatever. They're not. It hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love the Hardys too.
Oh, the Hardy Boys were good too.
Hardy Boys.
Hardys were awesome. I remember, the big three, the tag team, the Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian. Remember those
That's
TLC
right.
matches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were
What's this
awesome.
guy? The one with the mask. What's his name?
Rey Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio. I liked him too.
I was never really too much into it.
No, I like Rey Mysterio.
I
was
liked it
bad.
when he took his mask off.
Yeah, what's up with that? Like he went so many years, you know, with his mask, the whole lucha thing, and then all of a sudden you take off your mask, you know?
Yeah, I
Well,
remember
Kane-
he got. Go ahead.
Kane did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Kane did do the same thing.
I think it took a little bit out of it, you know, when you do that.
No, but I liked Kane when he took off his mask too. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, but it took him a long time to take his mask off.
Oh yeah.
If I remember right, it was like years.
Yeah.
I think it was
I actually saw him recently because Stone Cold has like a podcast or something. I don't know if it's like on YouTube, and I believe he had Kane on his podcast, and it's kind of weird watching them just be normal people.
Right.
Really,
Yeah.
Stone Cold has a podcast?
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
like a
Check
podcast
that
or
out.
something. I follow him on Instagram, so that's why I know, because I've seen him put it up every once in a while, but I've never really watched it.
he has like a
Did-
talk
did
show
you
with
ever-
wrestlers
It's like
on
a
it.
talk show, yeah.
Did you ever go to one?
Wrestling
Like
show.
live?
No.
I never went to one, man.
I've never went to one either.
Two. I went to 2 SmackDown. Remember they had SmackDown on Thursday nights, I think?
Yeah.
I never went to a Monday Night Raw, but I went to 2 SmackDown. It was awesome.
Huh.
Was it like a big, like you know, it was like jam packed and stuff like that?
Yeah, it was big. It was in Rochester, New York, in the Blue Cross Arena. I mean, it was packed. It was SmackDown, so it wasn't like as crazy as Raw, but it was still really fun.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
Raw used to be like a little bit more like the whole Raw, like it used to be like like at another level, because they used to go like head to head
Yeah.
with Nitro, so like their skit had to be like at another level, and then SmackDown used to be like more PG kind of, you know.
I
Right.
think to Collector's Therapy, I think he was a mayor, not a governor, but I don't think he's
wow.
a mayor anymore.
He's definitely something.
Yeah, the one that was a governor was that other guy, but he was like an old school wrestler. Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
he was
Ventura.
a governor, I believe.
Yeah. Did some acting too. He was
Like-
Yeah, he was the
Professional
Kane was the mayor of Tennessee, of Knox County, is what he was.
okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I liked when Brock Lesnar came in. He was awesome. Just tearing through everybody. I remember.
He's super funny.
Yeah, I used to like Brock.
Did
too.
you know Brock Lesnar is married to Sable?
It's pretty crazy,
that's
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen Sable in forever. I wonder what she looks like now.
She was with. I remember she was with that other guy with the long hair.
This is what
you remember that
what
the
he
guy
looks
she was
like
with?
now, which is totally weird to see
Wow,
him.
that is Kane. That's crazy.
It's weird to see him in a suit and tie, you
It
know.
is.
Yeah. See that picture right
Like-
there is when he put the mask back on.
Yeah, because it was a different mask. Because his mask used to be this one was.
Yeah, that's way cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his older mask.
He should have went with the old mask.
Could you imagine wrestling in that? Like I struggled to work in a cloth mask, like
Right.
during the whole Corona thing. I couldn't imagine wrestling, like
Oh, you're-
running
you're-
around trying to pick someone up.
You're saying what you have on now is not a mask? Shit.
You wait till you get home to your real home. So, anyways, Barb, why don't you call up the chat?
Oh, let's do that. Hold on. So let's go here. So we have tonight, we got Edwin Frenzy, Clades. I believe I'm saying that right. Sorry if I butchered that. Let's see who else we got. We got Hugo, Collector's Therapy, Jesse, Danny Lee.
A lot of Sting lovers in the chat.
We have
Sting.
Mark and G Folks. Let's see. And I think that's it for tonight so far.
You got Edwin, right?
Yeah, I got it when he was the first
Okay.
one.
Got to mention Edwin. So, Jerry,
All right. So go ahead, Ark.
I was going to ask, when was the Ultimate Warrior as far as your time frame? Was
No,
it?
that's
did you stop
before.
before he
That's
showed up?
after my time. That's
Was
after.
it? Okay.
Yep.
He came, I think, early '90s. I think
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah,
about
my time
or
was
late
like,
'80s.
I mean, I
but-
almost stopped watching by 1980. So my time was like 75 through 80 when I was watching wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was WrestleMania 5 when he faced Hogan. That was when he won the world title. I remember. I've seen like every WrestleMania, all of them. I usually like I have a tradition where I'll watch them with my dad every year, and even still to this day.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't watch it like religiously anymore like I used to, but I'll keep up with it a little bit.
Yeah. Sting always reminded me of the Crow.
The Crow, right?
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Oh, look at Collector's Therapy's busted on me now. I guess get back to trolling Arc. You need Collector's Therapy.
Edwin
I'm
knows
gonna
his
kind of
stuff.
swing us back around to the beginning of the show before we got into the wrestling stuff and come back to our guests. Cody, one of the things we asked everybody that's been coming on the show, not the armpit question. We'll wait for PJ for that, but. Let's talk a little bit about your collection and what are your top 5 statues? If you had to pick 5 statues, what are your top 5?
It's so tough. I watched last week and I was trying to think, man, what are my top 5?
I know one of them for sure.
And I can think of, so Hulkbuster, XM Hulkbuster is number 1. And Sideshow Thanos on Throne is my second favorite. But then after that, I'm not sure. I mean, Franco's Sentry, I really like that. So that'd be in the top 5. And I have a custom Adam Warlock, the one with Eternity's head.
Oh, yeah.
Really like that one. And then I think Sideshow Captain Marvel.
Sideshow Captain Marvel, the new one.
No,
Yeah,
no,
well,
this
it's
one.
relatively new. I think it's the newest one, quarter
Right.
scale of the PF.
It's the one that's popular.
Right.
Yeah, I really like that one. I think that's one of the best female statues ever done. And
It's
also
crazy.
their domino. I like
It's crazy.
a lot,
It's
too.
crazy how that statue has like held like up and for so many years.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I had that piece too, and it's like I'll never I don't think I'll sell it. It's just
I'll never sell it. That was like one of my first probably 5 pieces I ever got. But to this day, it's still my favorite female piece that I have.
yeah, I think so. I think for me too. Like the fate, her portrait is like insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think anyone who has the XM Hulkbuster, I mean, I put that in my list as well. We'll put it if you have that statue, it will be in your list. It's that
Well,
impressive. If you've seen it in person,
if there
it's
was
that
a
good.
fire, which
Cody,
one would you take? And I
Greg,
was
you
like,
have
well, I couldn't take Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
It's too big.
Yeah, put that one. That was in my top 5.
Is it boxed up?
No. It's not. I love it. The paint is phenomenal on it. The whole presence of the statue, the detail in it.
Right.
I don't even. It's amazing. Like I would probably choose it over a lot of my X-Men. That's how good. That's how good it. That's how good it is.
Character too, so that helps.
Well, yeah, that does help. Yeah, but
Are you
even
guys-
for,
are you
Iron
guys
Man's not my
favorite
favorite,
character?
but the statue is one of the best statues I've ever seen in my life.
Are you guys gonna pick up the War Machine?
I want it. I would love it, but I don't have the space.
I mean, I don't have the space either, but yeah, it depends. It depends on how it's. It depends on how it's gonna look. It depends.
Depends
If
on the
it-
box size.
I think
I
it's
mean, you
about
guys-
24 by 36 by 30 was the space.
I'd have to see it. I mean, it's not necessary for me to get War Machine, even though I don't have a War Machine. It would go well with them, but we'll see. I'm trying to cut back. I haven't really pre-ordered anything in a while. I mean, the last one we were talking about last week, I pre-ordered the Bishop, and that was sometime early July. I think that went up.
I think that's the last
So I-
pre-order I did too.
Yeah, and I'm trying to be pretty good with especially the customs. I'm trying. The shipping is just too much. I can't keep shelling out fucking 600, and up for shipping.
That bullshit, like like the cost is like really annoying, because it's like it's ridiculous, right? But on top of like the whole ridiculous cost of it, like the whole boat thing and waiting like months to get like a piece is like super like I don't even want the shit anymore,
No, the waiting is the worst by far. I've always said. I mean, once you get past like a year and a half, a year and 8 months. It's like that's too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I struggle to wait 3 months.
I mean, I can wait a month. You know, I can wait a month to get
month
something.
and a half.
A
But man,
month.
like I have
Whatever
See-
comes in a month.
The wait's
No,
not
he's
so
talking about
bad.
shipping.
The wait's not so bad if you have like, well, a lot of us have like 20 plus pre-orders. It's around 20 pre-orders, so you know you can get away with waiting. You can get away with waiting
I've got
because
2.
you have something else coming in.
2. Wow.
Jerry, I know is up there. I thought you were up there, Barb. And I thought you guys are close
no,
to
but I
20.
think-
We're down
No
to
way.
like 14. We're down to like 14.
Wow.
No, but I think I'm with Cody. Like what he was saying earlier. You know, like you get a piece, right, and you have like you have a vision of where you want to like how you want to set it up, and you know, and put it and this and that. If you gotta wait 6 months to fucking to you're gonna fill that shit up with something else, you know.
6 months. They never come in 6 months.
We
months
have
later.
one that's we have one that's
No.
by 5 right now.
I have one.
No. So you guys are talking about two different things. Barb and Ohami are talking about once you pay the shipping price. Cody's talking about total production.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, so you had to wait 6 months from when you paid for shipping?
We're
till it was
still waiting
actually
for one.
delivered?
It's going on 5 months right now. On the 27th of now August, it's going to be 5 months.
Yeah,
which
I
I
think
know
I
it's
know
not
what you're
gonna-
talking about. I think I have the same one.
Yeah, I don't. Is she green?
Yes.
Yeah, her.
Yes, but I heard that they all finally left China.
Yeah, they did. So, but it's gonna go. I don't think it's gonna get here by the time the 5 month mark.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it
that
just
one's
ships.
been
So.
that one, and I have the spawn from that group too. And
Oh,
that one's been
really?
the same
I
about 5
actually
months.
want
So,
it.
but
I actually want
that's
that
shipping
spot.
the same time, right?
Yes, that one. Well, so they said that one, not all of them left China, but some did.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But I don't have that one.
Like I don't even get this shit anymore. Are they using like different like it's the same fucking boat? Like just fucking. I get one piece in a month and another piece in 5 months. Like what
Yeah.
the
No,
fuck?
they're filling containers is what's going on.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, but
waiting
I
until the
don't-
container. And if
Yeah.
if your group is the first group on the container, you're going to wait until they get that container
Yeah,
filled.
but I don't. Yeah, but I don't think it necessarily works that way because look, I got the Gladiator right, and I got both for it, and it came like in a month and a week or something.
Yeah, because the container was almost full. They put yours on there and it shipped.
Yeah, I was surprised about that.
A container
Gladiator.
holds
You
about
know,
200 statue boxes. So
I
if there's
chose
That's not-
DHL for that Gladiator. And
That's
then
not
I
the
saw
explanation.
everybody that chose the boat option got them right away. I thought, man,
That's not
So
what
how
I
do
was
you do that?
explained. That's not what I was explained by the commissioner. It's, at least with that piece, you know. But whatever.
well, maybe, but I think there is some of what I'm talking about going on where, I mean, most statue orders are about 50 if they're a high ES. So they're not going to fill a container. So depending on where you're at in filling that container, you could be waiting a while for that factory to fill up that container before you ship those.
Like I just paid for a
think it has
custom.
to do. I think it has to do with the factory, in itself, or like the way you choose to ship it, like like who you choose to go through, like that's what I think. Because I've gotten pieces that take 5 months, and I've gotten certain pieces that take a month. So obviously there's a difference. It's not just about maybe it's like what you said, but the other people they maybe have smaller containers. I don't know.
It's definitely taking
Well,
the fun out of it.
it could also be that they're using a freight forwarder instead of trying to fill their own container. They could be using a freight forwarder that's got a lot more volume, so they can ship containers like every day or every couple of days.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
It's definitely taking the fun out of customs. I could tell you that
Oh, man.
between the prices and the weight, it's definitely taking
it's
the
like-
fun out of it.
It's like I got used to be honest, I got used to, when back then it used to be Sideshow, which was cool. But then, I got like real heavy into like the XM stuff, and I started ordering stuff from like Ben, right? And then boom, like 3 days later, I pay him, boom, 3 days later, I got have my statue,
Yep.
so I got used to that. So it's like now for me to have to wait 3 months, 4 months, 5 months,
yeah,
the hell with
it's
this,
true.
I actually feel like XM slowed down a little bit. They were shipping stuff pretty quick. Now I feel like they're slowing down on some of these latest ones.
Oh, we don't have
There
any XM.
There hasn't been that much stuff coming out lately by them in hand.
It seems like it's always been that way though with XM. I mean, of course, if you compare it to Sideshow, Sideshow is constantly pumping out stuff because they've got DC, Marvel, Star Wars, their Court of the Dead, then they've got all this other stuff, kind of, or it's 1/5 stuff or it's quarter scale stuff. With XM, I mean, at least maybe it's just because what I primarily focus on. But
Well,
I mean,
I think
for the most part, it's one line.
I think part of it also is that when you're looking at these customs, you're actually seeing the whole production time. Like you get all these updates, from the moment it prints to the moment it goes to the factory.
You get updates from some groups.
Yeah, some groups. But you get like updates on when it prints, on when it goes to the factory, when the prototype gets painted, when it starts to get reproduced, and then when the pieces are getting painted by the factory, like stuff like that. So it's kind of like you're seeing the timeline, and then when it's gonna ship, and then you're kind of like, okay, now I'm anxious because I'm waiting. But then with Sideshow, it's like pre-order, boom, it's coming to your house. So
That's a good point.
you don't see that you don't see that step by step.
You don't feel like you have to wait as long, even though the full production time might have taken
the same
amount.
Yeah, it's the same amount of time, because by the time in most cases with Sideshow, when you pre-order them, you don't get the statue till like maybe a year something later.
Not really, because
some of them,
I think Jugs came in like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah,
right?
Jugs was pre-order, and then 4 months later he shipped.
Which is odd considering how high the price was on that one. You would think they'd give people time to pay.
I think in some cases they already have these pieces in production before they announce them. Because it's happened to where, which was one of the statues that, Storm, they teased her back in December. They teased this silhouette picture of her, and then now just recently they.
But you know what? If you look at it if you're looking at it like that,
they just showed the prototype right now.
Yeah. So Sideshow showed Storm right, like in last December. And now is when they actually showed her.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It happens on some pieces.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the symbiote Spider-Man. They actually showed the symbiote Spider-Man back in December. And wasn't he already shipping? Isn't he already shipping?
No, it is not shipping yet.
I think next month.
I thought some people have them in hand. I seen pictures.
Yeah, I thought some
maybe I saw a few, but I have
not many.
Yeah.
It's been delayed. I think it's been delayed 3 times.
I could have sworn I saw some people.
I've seen
overseas or something.
I've seen some people have it. Yeah, it's definitely overseas.
Yeah.
But I know the Silver Surfer is an
Cody,
example. They teased that for like a year.
What now?
Yeah.
I
was saying
it was back in
Silver
December
Surfer, they
also.
teased for like a year.
Yeah.
I think that's such a cop out. Like if you're gonna fucking, if you're gonna reveal something, like actually fucking reveal a statue. Don't reveal no fucking name tag. Like that's such like. You have to be there for like a year waiting. Like,
it's true. On Storm, it was actually a name tag. It was just the name, and then a few months later, it was a silhouette. Like recently, and then they recently did the reveal.
Well, Mark in the chat, he was talking about Prime One, saying how they're really slow. Some of the pieces won on 3D or so, but I would say Prime One, they're bad. They'll show you a statue, and then they won't make it. They'll cancel it, right? Has it Prime One done that to a few people?
But I think that's kind of rare. I think that's
Deadshot
rare.
is one.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the Deadshot, and it was the
Darkseid's daughter.
Darkseid's daughter.
Look, Jesse says that Jesse said that Sideshow came out with the 360 video of Symbiote Spidey today, so that means it's probably going to ship like in about a couple weeks. Because usually when they release those videos or an unboxing, which I don't know if they do that anymore.
I'm not even. I like that piece, but I'm in no type of hurry to get it. There's like 5,000 of them made or something. So
yeah, I like it too, but I want to see. I know XM's coming out one. I know that's going to be dynamic, so I'm probably going to like that one.
I'll get it like on a Black Friday or something,
Yeah. Greg said
Greg
said in the chat he has Prime One Harley for almost a year now. See, I have that one where she's from Prime One. I ordered it from Prime One directly years ago. I just got an email recently and they postponed it. It's gonna be like 3 years for that thing.
For which one?
Prime One.
The Prime One comic version Harley, the one where she's on the roller skates.
She has a hammer.
Yeah. That got postponed all the way till like November. They sent me an email or something like that.
Pushing that because they pushed that back a few times.
I know.
Well, I expect that from Prime One because they do that often with a lot of their pieces. They did that to me with.
I remember with the Venom.
Grail, that's it. Greg said the track Grail.
The Batman Who Laughs kept getting pushed back too because I got it directly through Prime One. Remember, it wasn't through Sideshow.
I'll be right back.
It's strange because I felt like Bane. Like I have the Bane versus Batman, and that took like maybe a year and a half, maybe even less. That one released pretty quick compared to others. I don't know why the Harley's taking so long.
Right. Yeah, you wonder. I mean, I think some of it might have to do with production problems. They might run into some production problems on things, and maybe they see something they really don't like and have to make a tweak, and it depends on how far back they have to go in order to get it right. But it's not like there's any one recipe where you can say in 12 months we'll have the next statue. It's kind of a crapshoot.
I don't know. Did you guys hear anything about Prime One canceling Penguin? I don't know.
I've never even seen a penguin.
Yeah, I don't think they ever did a penguin.
I feel like that would have been a pretty big seller.
Unless is he talking about the samurai?
Well, that's XM then.
Yeah,
that's XM. Yeah.
They didn't
I don't recall Prime One showing.
I can't wait to get my Prime One Batman versus Joker Dragon. That's like the one piece that
that one's a long time.
I can't wait.
That one's been a while. Yeah, that's been paid. I've had that paid off forever.
I want the Prime One Batman vs Joker. That's that new one. That one's definitely I'm ordering.
Yeah, that one looks pretty good.
But I love the way Batman looks.
It seems so hard to display pieces like that because it's like, are you going to display it where you can see Batman better or Joker better, or are you going to put it on a turntable? Or are you just going to, reposition it every other week?
I mean, it's easy for Greg. He just keeps it in the box.
I feel like if you put that one on the middle shelf, you'll see it pretty well. The way Batman's angled and Joker is. I don't know. That one I feel like won't be so bad.
Yeah, I mean it's not as bad as Dios on the back of Bust. I mean, at least you're getting something real here.
It would be nice to have the room to be able to have those kind of statues on turntables and have the turntable running.
That would be great.
I think those 1/3 dials are actually pretty sick because even the sideshows, the Venom and Spider-Man dial, I probably would have got that if it was at least a quarter. But them going 1/5 is it's kind of
the sideshow.
Yeah.
I didn't even like that Spider-Man Venom dial. That did nothing for me. That one. I wasn't digging it.
Yeah.
I wish they did their dials at least quarter scale,
What was the dial they came out with after that one? Oh, the Hulkbuster one. That's right.
Oh, so the Penguin is Jason Fabric.
Danny says there's a Jason Fabric. Huh.
I think that's the one they're talking about. Yeah.
I don't believe any of them.
I didn't know there was
I've never seen it.
Here, I'll show you guys a picture. Hold on.
I know that Mr. Danny Lee is known for lying.
Oh, wow, there it is.
I did see that. I forgot about it. I did see that picture.
Yeah.
Looks pretty sick.
And now collectors therapy thinks it's canceled.
No, it's still on there.
It never even went for pre-order though. How could they cancel something that never even went up?
No, it's not on pre-order. It says here, we'll notify you when this product becomes available. So it hasn't yet gone to pre-order. It just says
that's going to sell big.
So it was on the Next Level showcase. It was last year on their.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on their last year's showcase.
So at this point, before if you wanted a pretty awesome Rogues Gallery of Batman, you had to go to the Arkham line, right? So you had all these game pieces, which some of them are pretty good. But now at this point, there are so many comic versions. Even though they're being 1/3, that would be a killer line to have the Penguin, to even go Poison Ivy Hush. I think that's one of the best female statues ever made.
I agree.
But I would probably still go Two-Face. I think Two-Face is going to be hard to beat the Arkham Two-Face just because of the detail in it. But as far as everything else, you can get a really nice Batman at this point. It's only a matter of time before they come out with a good Mr. Freeze. So,
Cody, do you collect any DC? What's the theme of your collection, or do you have one?
I collect pretty much all Marvel.
And do you focus on? I know. I can relate to some of your stuff because it seems like you're a Marvel Cosmic fan, but then you do X-Men too, right?
Yeah.
Or do you do all Marvel?
Well, yeah, pretty much all Marvel. I mean, 90% Marvel. I have some He-Man stuff, and I have a few DC pieces, but I'm not a Batman fan at all. I like Superman, Wonder Woman, so I have like the Superman, the Wonder Woman, and the Doomsday PFs, but
Nice.
that's really it for DC.
So when you say you're not a Batman fan at all, is that based on the movies you've watched, or have you read comics? You just can't get
I've never read a Batman comic. No.
Okay. So I'll say that the not the complete run.
I don't know. I'm just
boring. But the individual stories,
really.
I think
the movies are good.
Yeah. Well, some of them are.
Yeah, some of them are.
So you don't see yourself getting down the Prime 1 rabbit hole?
Well, no, not only just because they make primarily DC, but also the 1/3 thing. I don't have the space.
Oh, that's right. You were saying before the show that you have it. You're organized to the point where you have the space for the piece when you buy the piece, and the space waits.
I keep shelf space open, knowing that I have stuff on pre-order.
Wow, that's disciplined.
That's a man with willpower.
You hear that, Greg?
No, I mean I hear it. I'm weak.
So Cody, so it sounds like you're about out of space then, right? Once your pre-orders come in,
between what I have and what I have on pre-order, space is definitely an issue for me.
So when everything's filled up, and you see another piece that you like, do you kind of go through a list of, all right, well, I got to sell this piece, or is it, I love this piece too much, I'm just not going to get anything?
It's more about the characters that I want a statue of. So I have like a list of characters that I want, and I have most of the characters that I want. There's a few cosmic characters that there aren't a statue of that I would like, but it's a very short list. So I have most. So the way it really works is if a new statue comes out of a character and I really like it, then I think, do I want to replace the statue that I already have of that character with this new one?
Right.
And then if I do, then I'll get it. Like I ordered the new Sideshow Captain America.
That's a nice one.
I have the old Allied Charge one with the mixed media.
That one's my favorite.
And I really like that, but I really like the new one. So I'm going to get the new one. I'm going to see which one do I like better in my display. And then whichever one I like more will stay.
And it's funny that you're replacing, or you're just trying to decide between those two, because I had that Captain America, the Allied Forces, and they came out with the Daniel Bell one, and everybody was going nuts about it, but I couldn't stand it. I didn't like the pose. I was like,
really?
That's still my.
I have that one too.
I don't like it either.
Oh, so you do have some duplication of characters?
Yeah, definitely. I think I have 5 or 6 Thanos, and I have 6 Iron Man. I have 2 Captain America, but that's about it, I think.
So Allied Forces Captain America is on the chopping block before the Daniel Bell one?
Yes, because the Daniel Bell one looks good in a group of Avengers. So I'm trying to create an Avengers versus Ultron display. So I have like the Black Widow, I have a Hulk, I have XM Ultron, I have the Scarlet Witch with the Ultron base XM, and a couple other Avengers on pre-order. And that Captain America, that Daniel Bell, I like that piece, but it also has a small enough footprint, that it can fit with the rest of that group, and it'll look good in a group. So when I'm trying to buy statues, I'm not always looking at the individual piece.
Right.
I'm thinking about how is this piece going to look when it's displayed with these other statues. And that's really one of the number one things for me.
I think the new Sideshow Cap would look pretty damn good with an Avengers display.
I do too, but he's like 22 inches deep because he's lunging forward. So it creates a little bit of...
Greg will convince you to get. Greg can talk you into getting really deep statues. No.
Jerry's also 22 inches deep when he's lunging forward.
Jerry likes them deep.
Jerry likes it pretty deep.
I know he's big deep, but damn.
I didn't know you could go 3 foot deep, Jerry.
Yeah, I know.
What do you got? What do you guys think of the new Black Widow compared to the old one? The one that just came out like a year ago.
I like the older one.
I like the older one.
I like the older one too.
I like I like the newer one over the last one, but I like the original one over all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
One with the snow base
Yeah, that's a nice
and a
one.
white variant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking for that one. I've been hoping that because all these other ones have come out, that I can get it for a steal. But no, everybody's hanging on to
Is the white one the variant version or the black one is?
it. The black one.
Is
Okay.
that one mixed media?
I
Or
don't know. I
It
haven't seen
might be. I don't
it might
know
be.
either.
It looks like it is.
The old Sideshow? Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking?
it looks like a patent leather.
Yeah, that is because I saw Vince Vell took the costume off it and sculpted one on it.
Oh, there you go.
I think so. Yeah.
That Therapy is asking me if I'm going to get that Dad Bod Wolverine custom. Have y'all seen that custom Wolverine?
Mm-mm.
The dad
Which one's
bod.
this?
Is that the
He's
one
got
where
a
he
big
has like a cigar? He's got a cigar. He's fully suited, but he's got a cigar.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like
so.
a-
But he's got
it's
an
the
8
museum
pack.
pose.
8-pack. He's got love handles. He's got a round face. It's like if I was trying to be Wolverine.
Oh,
But
and
without the
brown
8-pack.
costume? Brown costume?
Yeah, brown
Oh, I
costume.
think I have
saw
seen
that.
that.
Maybe I
And
did
they
see
try
that one
everything
too.
else.
I
saw
flipped that one
Cody's got it on
the other day,
pre-order.
and I
Grizzly
thought the
bear
same
hat.
thing. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
an awkward looking body type.
Cody, you collect slabs too, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So like, do you like what do you like to do with your slabs? You like to display them with your statues?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
like-
I display as many as I can with my statues. I have them all over my house. There's a bunch you can see up over there, right? Those are all slabs here.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
him.
But
So,
then I have a
Cody,
bunch more in boxes too. They're
Cody,
not-
do you collect robots?
No,
Man, I think we found our Ryan
I
replacement.
don't own a single. Well,
What do you think? What do you think about anime?
I don't watch anime.
What a great!
Okay.
This is why I like Cody.
Ryan who?
I know nothing about anime.
I'm kidding, Ryan. I love you. I miss you.
And your slabs, are they the originals or the reprints?
What do you mean?
There's like facsimiles.
Because
He has the original.
Ryan has a couple of facsimiles and slabs.
Yeah, those can be cool sometimes. I have like this one is a True Believers one,
Oh yeah.
signed by Stan Lee. So that's not a facsimile, but it's kind of like one of that. But still, it's cool though.
Yeah.
Did you get your first appearance at Galactus in?
Yes.
Oh, show off that bad
It's got
boy.
that. You want to see
Are
that?
you more into the slabs or are
FF49?
you more into the statues? Or are you kind of equally just into both of them?
Oh, this guy, he's got incredible collections everywhere, even in the closet.
Cody has a nice comic collection.
Greg, where are your boxes displayed?
Outside,
Outside.
where you can appreciate them.
Why are your boxes outside?
So,
Dude, there's a million of them. I told you, we went through this.
I
I
remember saying they were
I put them
outside.
on pallets. I wrap them and fucking tarp them. They're outside. A lot of them. Not all of them. Not all of
Those are the
them.
empty ones,
But a
right?
lot of them, for the most part, yes. There's a few
Greg,
that
you're
are.
already getting into the slabs. How are you displaying them?
Miss Marvel #1.
I was gonna do the shelves that you told me to get, but I didn't go through with it yet because I was like, wait, maybe this could be statue space. So I'm still determining where I want to put them.
Carnage.
Right now, I just have them out in a stack. Oh yeah, look at those bad boys, Cody.
This is an awesome book. Annihilus.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you just showed off the you had a 9.8 of Mystique.
I found the Beast one today.
9.6.
Nice.
No, it's not there.
Oh, that
It's
was
up to the refrigerator.
what is that? 10 or something? Oh, Spidey 300.
Oh, we have that one.
Yeah, I remember
right?
that book. I remember that book was new.
This is like first Ronin, the Accuser.
Oh, cool.
Ah, cool.
You're getting a Ronin statue too, right, Cody?
Yes, that's why. Yeah, and like, so here's first Super Skull.
You getting that Ronin? The one where well, let's see.
So when does the Super Scroll come into comics?
Early on.
Because I mean, I know I've read about the
1963.
regular scrolls.
What's the issue?
Fantastic Four 18.
18.
18. So I should, if I just pick up my omnibus and continue reading.
Yeah,
That
there
should
you
be
go. You'll get to it.
Okay. I've got too many things that I've tried to read all at one time.
For 48.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I got my pride and joy here. This is Avengers.
That's a
Thank
I
you,
love
Sean.
I love that
Yeah.
cover. I love that cover.
You wouldn't believe
Probably my favorite book.
the copy that I used to have of that.
Jerry, I know, right? Like you must think, oh my God, all these books.
It's sickening. I can't even. I don't. Yeah, it was all my time was pre CGC, so there was no CGC, and everything was kind of the grading was like the Wild West. But I would bet that my Avengers 1 would have come in about 8.5.
How do I report people in the chat?
That's some big bucks.
Who's giving you trouble in the chat?
Gee, folks, say and asking if I read them or just look at the pictures. I can sound out some of those words.
I don't read as much as I should. I try to read, but
I'm a firm believer of looking at the cover of the comics.
So, Cody,
I try to read all the cosmic stories. Anything to do with Thanos, I'll read.
Did you read the whole? Did you read all the stories from pre-death?
Pre-death? I don't think so.
Before he died in Marvel 2-in-1, Annual 2.
I started with the Infinity Gauntlet saga.
Oh, okay. It's way
90s.
before that.
Like my favorite stories are the Abnett and Lanning Guardians of the Galaxy run, and what else? The Annihilation War, the Annihilation Saga. Those are my favorite stories.
I don't think I've read either of those.
Oh man, they're great, especially the Guardians run. Really good.
Ohami's fading away into the darkness.
The Avengers run. That was really good.
He's actually staring at his statue.
I'm actually looking at my Archangel.
I'm looking at my Archangel too.
The last thing I read was like the House of X Powers of 10 run.
Oh, okay. I like that one. I thought it was really
a while
good.
ago, but that was the last thing I read.
Do you prefer having it in your hand and be able to turn the pages, or do you prefer digital?
No, I read mostly all of it on digital.
Yeah, I like reading the digital.
I don't have any problem with it.
I gotta start trying. I gotta do that.
I have like a Microsoft Surface. It's pretty much the same size as the comic books. All the artwork is vibrant.
I can do it on some apps. You can click on it where it does, just that one box at a time. So instead of wondering, oh shit, I went to the wrong box. You don't have to worry about that anymore. It does it for you in the correct order.
I don't know. I don't use that though because it makes the artwork look pixelated because it like zooms in on the words. So I like to see like the full page view.
What app do you use, or do you use an app?
Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah, that's what I do. I use Marvel.
See, I use Kindle Unlimited.
Oh, but maybe it's different.
But you could zoom in on the Kindle too. I believe you double tap it, and it goes to the to each bubble. I believe.
Right, but mine's never pixelated, and like
really.
Yeah,
it's the internet, Arc. It's the Alabama internet.
I'll double tap them.
Everything's pixelated.
That's weird though.
When I go to my porn sites, it looks like the old Nintendo Mario, where it's turning sideways and everything. It's just two figures running towards each other.
Style.
Yeah, that's right. That's pixelated.
You think with the population being so small, they would get it right?
Well, it started out small, but then we had family reunions, and then the population went out of control.
God.
Damn hillbillies, can't control them.
Hey,
That's weird though.
Fast and Furious family was a tight family. You haven't been to Alabama, we're even tighter.
Oh, Jerry, it's gone off the rails.
It has. So I'm gonna come on back to Cody's collection here, and Cody, I have to bring it up. So, what is your favorite scale? Where are you at with scale? Do you have to have all of your statues the same scale? Do you have to have them if they're displayed together, they have to be the same? Or,
pretty much.
you already said no 1/3 because of space. Is everything 1/4?
Everything's pretty much 1/4.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't display any other scales together with my 1/4 stuff.
Are there any statues that? You did say you have the Hulk Wolverine Dio, or you had it at one time. You still have that one?
Yeah. So that's 1/5. I have that in like on a separate table, and I have the new Spider-Man versus Venom Dio. It's also 1/5. I have that one coming. That one will go with it. I do have a couple 1/4 statues there now, but they're just there temporarily until more pieces come in, and then I'll move them. It's all like a big Tetris game. Once another piece comes in, then I can move this one to where it's supposed to be. It's all planned out. But yeah, all quarter scale.
And how far back do you go as far as statues? Do you is that your earliest statue?
The Hulk versus Wolverine Dio. That was the first one that I ever ordered.
You know what goes beautifully with that is the Bowen Wendigo.
Oh, really?
It's about perfect 1/5 scale.
It's like
I recommend everybody who has that go get the Bowen Wendigo. Now, while it's still actually the prices blew up on that thing just recently. You used to be able to pick it up for about $400, but now you kind of have to wait for a deal to get it for about $700, $750, and then there's some wackos trying to get thousands of dollars.
Wow.
I'm sure everyone's rushing to get that.
But
it's fantastic.
Right? But Bowen's 1/6.
Yeah.
Bowen had that weird scale his was a little bit larger than 1/6, but this one is way overscaled, so it looks perfect in 1/5.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's fantastic.
into that.
Highly recommended.
Do you have it, Jerry?
I have two of them.
Show it.
I believe he has it right above him because I saw him look up.
Yeah, it is right here. It's right here.
And I don't like the 1 to 3.5.
You're gonna make Jerry strain a muscle.
Either 1 to 3.5. That
Jerry,
bothers
don't
me.
break a hip, please.
Oh yeah, nice.
Let me see. I can't see it.
Oh,
Well, so there's a perspective, but
He looks like a bitch right now next to them.
mm-hmm.
He looks
that's just because they're way forward and he's way back. Hold on a minute.
It was a cool statue though.
See, well, let me pull off Wolverine's head here and show you. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
pretty big.
Yeah, they're kissing.
He looks right.
It's right. Trust me. Wait for my scale video.
I know. When's the scale video coming?
It's coming. It's
Hearing
coming.
all about
I
the
ordered a
scale.
bunch of stuff and it came in too small, so I got to get bigger stuff.
So
Francie
Cody-
says, "Oh crap, Jerry has a panic door."
I do.
So
Who
Cody,
said
how
that?
did you feel about the mystique? Since it's a little bit bigger than quarter.
The XM Mystique.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the biggest letdown of that whole year for me. I ordered that piece. That piece was awesome. She looked great, but she was huge. I just couldn't get over it. I sold it.
But it's
really?
it's crazy because she looks so good,
She looks so good. That's why it was such a shame. It was the biggest shame for me for that year as far as collecting goes, because she did look so good. But as soon as I took her out of the box, I thought, wow, she looks huge.
Yeah,
She fits perfectly for
I put her in
customs.
my display, and it was just like an eyesore. I couldn't.
Yeah,
take
but
it.
it's I don't know, man. I get what you're saying. Like it's kind of annoying sometimes. Like even the brown Wolverine, he's kind of bigger than quarter scale. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It is.
like it gets kind of weird. Like sometimes, sometimes you prefer like the XM Sabretooth, over the sideshow Sabretooth. That's just for like personal preference, right? But it gets hard to like mix and match because if they're scaling it right, you have Wolverine fucking bigger than Sabretooth. So it's kind of like
It is true. It takes some trial and error.
They released around the same time too, and I don't know what they did during that time period to fuck up with the scaling between some of those, but I mean, if you have custom statues, let's say even by like Franco or somebody, the Mystique or that Wolverine will fit in because they're 1.3.5. So So I mean, it'll fit. Obviously, it's not. Obviously, that's not why you bought them. You want them to fit with your 1/4 collection or whatever.
Yeah, but it gets a little bit trickier because like for Franco stuff that's for the most part 1/3.5 or whatever, right? It's like Wolverines and shit. So you want to really put like Mystique next to like Magneto or you get what I'm saying, like something else. That's not Wolverine.
I wish all those Franco pieces were 1/4. I really do. I'd have quite a few more of them if they were.
Like, what about your Omega Red custom that you just got in? What scale is that?
That's actually a quarter.
It's actually a quarter, yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
They're making that 1/3 Magneto, right? It'll go very well with XM's Mystique.
It would. I don't like it though.
I would actually say that the Phase 3 Wolverine is bigger than the Omega.
That's the thing.
That one is 3.5 for sure.
But that's
the Franco Magneto doesn't pair with the Franco Wolverine.
I think that's one of the things that
Franco Omega.
Omega? No, they wouldn't pair.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one?
He doesn't pair with Omega. Omega looks small next to him.
That's the Alejandro one.
No. The Franco Wolverine.
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't have the Franco.
The Franco Wolverine. The Franco Wolverine.
The Tiger Stripe one. You have that one?
I just remembered. Yeah, he's the one on the snow base, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I got him confused with this one. Yeah, this one's Alejandro.
Because he's 1.35.
Yeah,
but
or 1 to 3.5.
That's a great Wolverine.
That Tiger Stripe one looks okay with other quarter scale pieces. It's not that big.
No, you see, I think it gets a little bit tricky, right? So if I get that Franco Wolverine, right, and I put him next to the Alejandro one, not the one the Sentinel head, the one that's supposed to go with the original Sabretooth.
The brown Wolverine. You're the brown one you have.
So that brown Wolverine is a lot bigger than the Franco one, the Tiger Stripe one, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a lot bigger, right? So even right now, if I put that Wolverine with the Omega, that Wolverine's actually bigger than the Omega.
The brown one.
Yeah.
The brown one's huge.
What about the Tiger Stripe with the Omega?
That's what I'm saying. So it's
not. Are they good together?
The brown suit Wolverine.
No. There's the brown suit. He's talking about the brown suit. Brown suit's Alejandro, and the yellow is Franco's. Which one pairs what better with Franco? With the Omega.
The Franco.
As far as scale, yeah, that's what we're asking. Okay, that's what Jerry would want to know too.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but in my opinion, the Franco Tiger Stripe is closer to 1 to 3.5 than it is to 1 to 4.
I disagree. I think it's closer to quarter.
It's in the middle.
Put it next to the Sideshow Wolverine.
I have a picture of that Franco Wolverine next to this Sabretooth.
Okay, look, Jerry, I'm gonna show you something. Look, flip the camera.
I have the Sideshow Logan.
Flip the camera.
Franco Tiger Stripe.
Logan,
and the Logan is quite a bit smaller. You can tell the difference.
Look, Jerry, I'm gonna show you the difference between quarter scale and 1/3.5 with those Wolverines, right? So look at the Logan.
Oh.
Look at the Logan and look at the brown Wolverine.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Who's hosting? I'll send you a picture of my yellow Wolverine next to my Alejandro Sabretooth and show you what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks littler. It looks like
Barb has the stream.
Yeah, send it to me.
See, that would bother me. Wow, that Nightcrawler looks amazing in there.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It looks really good. I didn't know that's where you put it, Barb.
Put the light.
Man, it looks really good.
It's like the perfect size display for it.
Put the light.
What light? I don't have because I got a little puck light for it for the back.
So did y'all see what Ferenzi was saying in the chat? How he put XM Professor X next to the OG Storm, and it looks slightly off, and then he's confirming that the XM Mags on the throne is definitely smaller. So why is it so difficult for these companies to make the same scale?
Yeah,
right?
It shouldn't be.
Right. And so like even saying Franco pieces, is Franco's piece, is it supposed to be a quarter scale piece? Like is it when y'all are buying this custom, they say, hey, it's a quarter scale, blah, blah, blah. Or do they just say, hey, it's
That's a good question.
Well, You know, I saw in the
Confuse the cable and
XM
make it
group,
longer.
I think Aang posted that when they sculpt the piece in ZBrush, they always make it a little bit bigger than what it's supposed to be because something about when they cast it,
It shrinks down. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that has something to do with why it's so
Yeah,
difficult.
but like like I get that whole point of it. But I mean, if you're producing this, you know these statues, you should realize that the shit's bigger than the other shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, it's true. It is their business.
As far as a licensed company, isn't XM right now? They're the worst at doing.
Yeah, keeping stuff in scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, even if you're not going to collect the sideshow piece with it, if you're just going to collect the whole XM line, even then, I mean, does the Mystique fit? I mean, does she look out of scale with the rest of the other XM pieces?
Oh yeah.
Well, you put her next to their Magneto on throne. She
forget
towers
about
over him.
Well, I had it for the longest time next to her. She does tower. Bob, I sent the pictures.
He's underscaled. She's overscaled.
Right. Greg, are these
Sideshow? I don't think is perfect either. Some of their pieces are a little, like I think their Gambit is slightly underscaled.
Really?
XM's?
No,
Sideshow's Gambit.
That looks great.
Just slightly. Yeah, that looks really good.
Greg,
yeah, but those are 1 to 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
They look
It's
great.
true, Jerry.
Yeah,
but
they
I
do.
think that
But that's what I was saying is that Wolverine is 1 to 3.5.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah.
I think it's a little bit smaller than that.
That seems right with Sabretooth and him size wise. That seems pretty damn close.
Jerry, what's in between 1 to 3.5 and 1/4?
Well, 1 to 3.75. What do you want?
There,
You want?
there you go. That's the tiger stripe, I think.
Oh. And we could do some calculations and figure it out. See, that's what Sideshow. That's what all these companies ought to be doing is picking, specific like head sizes. Okay, if the character has what ought to be a normal head, well, then they could just base their scaling on, as long as the artist does the proportions correctly. Like as long as they make Wolverine, he's supposed to be 5'3". As long as the proportions are correct in the artist's interpretation, then they should just be scaling the head so that it shows up, whatever a human head size ought to be in quarter scale or whatever scale they're targeting.
Barbara actually took pictures of that Omega with Alejandro's Wolverine, and you could tell the difference. Like he looks bigger than the Omega.
Basically, what we're getting at here is the Omega is probably 1/4 then for sure.
Yeah.
Because I seen that Alejandro in person. Because Mike got that to paint, and I seen it in person, which I actually thought it was a great statue in person. And it looked huge. It looked huge.
The Wolverine.
You could see he's 1.3. Look how look at Sideshow Sabretooth next to him. Holy, yeah. He was huge when I seen him.
Yeah, he is pretty big.
Yeah, he's big.
So I could put him next to Mystique, right? But I don't really want to put Wolverine next to Mystique,
Yeah, nah. Wait till like maybe Apocalypse or something. You could put her next to Apocalypse. He's a big character. Probably won't look bad.
No, I just wait till there's like another 1/3.5 whatever statue to put her next to,
Mm-hmm.
But the Sideshow Mystique is nice too. I have that. I have the custom portrait for that.
Yeah.
She looks awesome.
Yeah, I think the only way that statue is acceptable for me is that custom head.
Yeah, you gotta have.
I can't do the. I don't know. She just looks a little tranny-ish with the other head.
Yeah.
The custom head on what?
I don't think she looks bad. I just
not that the
don't
custom head is awesome.
Good.
The Mystique, the Sideshow Mystique.
Oh.
Yeah, you would need the custom head for me to even consider that.
I don't think she looks bad. I just don't think she looks as good as the XM one, to be honest.
I don't think so either.
I don't. Even with the custom head, if the XM was true quarter scale, I think it would.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It kind of sucks that we have to be like like playing Tetris with this shit. Just fucking give me something that matches.
Yeah, that's true. It would make
Hey,
it easy.
guys, I will just say this: if you start displaying your collection with a bust in between, it doesn't matter.
You know, I actually tried to do that, but some jerk fucking went on eBay and swiped.
What an asshole!
Yeah.
Big asshole.
Would not be friends with that guy. The thing, just imagine he did that in front of you and then bragged about it. Imagine what he's doing behind your back.
I know, right? Didn't you just hear what he said?
Wait,
Yeah,
you knew he was going for it, and you bought it out from him?
I remember that he had mentioned it. I did not know that he had bid on that. I will say, because he mentioned it, I had been watching it. He mentioned it, so then I jumped on it immediately. I had been waiting because I had put in an offer before, and he wouldn't go any lower on my price. So I waited and waited, and then when Ahami mentioned that he was interested in getting a Sabretooth, then I jumped on it. So it worked out that I got, he was accepting, or he had kind of accepted Ohami's lower price. I only got lower than Ohami's price because he lied about it. He said it was the exclusive, and it didn't come with the nameplate.
You know, I guess it's true. I guess it's true what they say: when you're drunk, you speak the truth.
So Ohami, imagine. So I got him at the price that he had offered you. I guess once he had given me the $100 back. Imagine if you had got him in at that.
He gave you $100 back?
Yeah, because he lied about it. It didn't come with the nameplate, like he said. So imagine if you had gotten it at the price that he offered you. It didn't have a nameplate, so then he would have given you $100 back. So you would have gotten it for what, $200?
Yeah,
Wow.
If we're speaking.
Well, Ahami, why do you want the Sabretooth bust?
It looks awesome. That's why.
But you don't have any busts, do you guys?
I got the.
We have the Magneto that I repainted.
I got the Magneto.
Oh, yeah.
That one. Maybe in December they'll finish painting it for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that painter takes forever. Man, who is
It's
that?
almost done. I just gotta finish the damn helmet.
Hey, I will say that painter though. I mean, you get what you pay for. It looks great.
I have to finish it. I have to finish the helmet. But besides, the damn garage is full of boxes. I can't even get in there to finish painting it.
Well, if you've learned anything from Greg, just wrap them in saran wrap and throw a tarp over them and put them in the yard.
Well, it is. I mean, it's reasonable now that you're working regular, every day. So we understand not making progress on it.
Well, I'm not working anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know if Jerry was
stirring the pot.
If he was making a swing at you, or if he just didn't know anymore.
No,
So
he
now
knew.
we know. It was.
He's playing the stupid old man.
You know what?
He does the same shit to me all the
know
time
what?
since I've
All right.
quit.
Ouch.
All right. To be honest, at his age, you really can't tell the difference.
All right, here we go.
Jerry is a young man, at least in the bedroom.
Yeah, no, I actually gotta go back. Well, he's gotta clean up back. We gotta clean up back there. Every time we get a statue, I just tell the kids put it in the back, and they just dump it however back there. So
Cody, and who do you have that Franco Wolverine display with?
The Tiger Stripe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that right in the front of my X-Men display, all 1/4.
And he looks good with it?
He does. Yeah, he does. He does. That's why I was saying that I think it's in between 1 to 3.5 and 1/4.
Well, I feel like with Wolverine, because he's such a small character in the comics, I mean, if he's a little bigger with some of the X-Men, it's not going to look terrible.
It's true. And
You
also,
know.
he's like kind of crouched down, his pose, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
punching.
he is. Mm-hmm.
So that probably helps too.
Yep.
But I have the Logan on the shelf below. And when you look at both of them, then you can really tell the difference.
But it also helps though, because you have a few XM. Don't you have XM Dark Phoenix?
No.
You don't? I thought you did.
No. On that shelf, I have XM Colossus, though, which is pretty huge.
Yeah, so you have like some big characters too, which helps
Yeah.
also make him look smaller than he really is.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm at. Oops, wrong post. Shit. Okay. So that's well, actually I've done more than what these pictures. I have the body already done. The face is done. Shit.
Oh, that's a different one than I thought you. I thought you were talking about the legendary scale one.
No, it's the one from Sideshow. Is it? Yeah, it is the Legends.
What other one is there?
What Greg? What the one that Tim has?
That's this.
Yeah.
He just had it repainted.
Oh.
Or he repainted it himself, I think.
Tim repainted it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the portrait looked like, and this is what I did to it.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Nice.
Those lips on the original look terrible.
They were purple.
It's like he has lipstick. Yeah, that looks way
purple. They
better.
were horrible.
I think that mine was repainted.
I don't even think I have any. Oh, actually, here's a progress picture. I did post a progress picture.
Oh yeah.
I like that purple on it.
Yeah, that's great.
That's I repainted the whole body, well the torso, and redid the portrait. Ohami was actually pissed. I repainted the portrait, and he was like, "What the fuck did you do? I didn't want you to touch the portrait."
I think it looks better how you did it, man. Tim, he's talking about getting the Sideshow Magneto and doing it up in the original costume, changing it up. I'm eager to see what he does with it if he does get it.
Cool.
Did you sell it to him, Jerry?
He gave me the business for enabling him, so I don't think he really wants to pull the trigger on it.
Well, you know,
but I'll make him a really good deal.
I know he definitely wants it because he asked me before, and I was just lazy because I don't know, the box is buried somewhere in the abyss.
Oh, you have it too?
Yeah, I do. I kind of don't. Huh?
Why do you have it?
I don't have those answers.
I think
you should just gift it to it, Tim. I think.
I want to get rid of it. Like I don't need it. I got a million. I got the Magneto vs. Sentinel. I got that one you just seen in the picture, the Magneto action one. I have the throne one. I have that big other throne one that's 3 feet deep. That's coming. I have the white Magneto from XM.
Of that same statue.
Yeah. So what I
got one that Lewis repainted.
You should have gotten to that 3-foot Magneto.
I know. Yeah, where's my table at, Greg?
Fuck off.
What?
I'm busy.
Hey, I'll say
wow.
this. We've got 13 viewers, which half of them are us. But you fuckers that are going between shows, don't think we don't know.
We were at, I think the high I seen was like 15.
No, I saw 20 at one point.
Oh, all right.
Well, it fluctuates back and forth.
It was very short-lived, though.
They're going back and forth.
But I'll say this, Cody, this being your first time on cam, I think you would never guess that this was your first show.
I before the show started, I said I must have watched at least 100 of these between DCX and Rad Titan and everything else. But this is my first time on. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have any, we didn't have to say, hey, could you turn you're watching YouTube on your phone or something. Can you turn it down? Because we got, feedback. I mean, you're a pro already.
I didn't do anything special. Must just.
I mean, you've got your comics graded that you've actually read. You got everything displayed. I mean, we need to take a vote here eventually to see who we're replacing on the panel. I mean, you've stepped up the game here.
He reminds me of myself.
Cody, so you see yourself being done soon? With as far as
I love the hobby. I don't want to be done.
Yeah.
Everything I see, I want to buy. I mean, there was just some pieces that came up last couple of weeks, like that custom Cosmic Ghost Rider on the bike.
Yeah.
Well, XM's doing him too. Oh no, I know which one. Never mind. I made that up.
I wanted that so bad, but it's 4 feet long. I just don't have the space.
Greg, this is where you come in. He's not buying because it's 4 feet long. You gotta help Cody out here.
You just gotta clear the box, man.
So I might not have a choice.
I mean,
like I can always, buy something and then sell something.
Honest.
Also, I like to get stuff repainted too. So I think that's a good way to stay in the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it like refreshes the. It's like refreshes the statue, like right. So like,
yes,
you have a statue there for a while, and you're like, oh, it's cool. But then when you repaint it, it makes you feel like you got a new statue that you love. Love it more.
Honestly, it's almost more exciting than getting the piece to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I've got 2 of those Wendigos. One's off to the painter.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Cody, I see some statue space behind you. You got like a picture in the middle of your 2 closets there.
Yeah,
Throw some shelves up there. You know,
that's
you gotta get like 3 statues.
I have the Prime one, Wonder Woman versus Hydra.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna go where these 3 are,
and those 3 are gonna go.
They're gonna move right there in the middle.
Oh, so you do it. All right. So you're gonna put like 3 shelves there. You're gonna put like 3 shelves there.
You would do an Ohami and convert those 2 closets into shelves.
I could, but then where do I put the stuff that's in those closets? I thought about. Don't trust me. I thought about that.
Attic, man. You don't have an attic?
You don't have that much. It doesn't look like.
But it's like it's hard.
It does.
No, remember the attic is full of that.
That closet doesn't look like it has that much stuff in it. that one behind you that's open. That doesn't look like it has that much stuff. It just looks like comics.
It's got some comic boxes.
Yeah, if it's Greg's collection, he could probably get 5 or 6 more boxes.
I could put shelves in there.
Let's not be silly.
Think about it. I literally took my daughter's closet away from her, to just make a statue, display.
What a great dad.
Okay, that sounds totally bad. Her bedroom
it does sound bad.
It sounds bad. Her bedroom, for some odd reason, her bedroom had 2 closets. It had a walk-in closet, which was the wall that led up to the hallway, and then it had another large closet with 2 double sliding doors.
So your daughter doesn't need 2 closets? She doesn't deserve it, huh?
No. What the fuck do you need 2 closets for? Well, the big one was empty all the time, and we had boxes in there, so we took them all out and put them in the garage.
Apparently your statues don't even deserve to be displayed.
When I bought this house, it was a 3-bedroom house, but I blew out a wall downstairs and removed one of the bedrooms and turned it into more living room. So I
nice.
The living room to the bedroom just solely for the extra display space.
Nice. Very nice.
I like
I didn't get any of that. Was I the only one that didn't get any of that?
No, I just froze kind of for a second.
I'm just glad I'm not the first one to freeze tonight. In your face, Greg.
I think to be honest, I think a lot of us are like kind of starting to slow down a bit, huh?
It does seem that way.
I am. I was at like 1,000 pre-orders. Now I'm only at 900.
It kind of seems like it's happening to everyone, at least everyone I talk to.
It's definitely seriously though, it definitely is happening. I think it's just because of the combination of the customs and people running out of space. Like, because like a lot of us, started going heavily into collecting statues. Let's say, I don't know, 5 years or whatever, however long it's been, and like eventually you're just gonna. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter how much money you have, you're gonna run out of space eventually.
Yeah,
it's just the nature of the beast. You're gonna eventually have to sell statues. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I think it's that. I think it's that, and like shipping and price increasing. Which listen, I understand to a certain point that prices got to go up. Everything is going up. The cost of shit is going up. So I get that, but you put that together with shipping, and you put that together with you're running out of room and all this shit together. So it's like I don't really need that statue anymore.
It's true. Yeah, and sometimes it's painful.
Yeah.
So
I find myself just being more selective in what I buy now. Like, even most of the statues I have now, I don't regret really any of them. There's maybe a few that I'm like, okay, I can get rid of this. Maybe like 5 of them where I'm like, I can get rid of this out of however many I have. I don't know. I'm probably 100, whatever I have.
Greg,
I'm gonna join my buddy here, Ark.
What?
I'm gonna join you, Ark.
Wait a minute. You think
with cough medicine?
Yeah.
That's a big bottle of cough medicine.
No, it's a bottle of bourbon whiskey.
Wow.
Bourbon and NyQuil. That's the key. So, Greg, you can't say that you're slowing down or that you're being more picky with your selection when you've got 30 plus pre-orders. That's nonsense.
No, but those
Well,
were like existing. Like
Yeah, but he had like 60.
I had 60 at one point. Last year I had 60, maybe a little higher than 60.
Golly, that I've
That's
never
when I
had
used to feel good about talking to Greg. Not anymore, though.
Now I'm at like,
Now
30.
Now you barely have more than I do.
I am slowing down, and I'm hoping to listen. I'm never gonna fully. All right, my slowing down to me is if I can get it down to like 20 yearly would be a nice number. Maybe even if I can get it less.
Yeah, but I think even that, to be honest, like I get what you're saying, but even that is ridiculous because unless you're selling shit, yearly.
Well, yeah, eventually, yeah.
Yearly, you're coming in with. Eventually, your boxes ain't gonna fit in your fucking backyard.
Yeah, and even like when I get my house, eventually, like you're saying, if I go, let's say I go 20 yearly, consistently for the next 5 years, that's another 100, and then more boxes.
Do you have right now?
I don't know. I never did a count. I don't know. I'm guessing like 100. I don't know. I never did a count.
I counted my statues, and I have like 120 statues, right?
Wow.
So I got it's like it's kind of crazy to think I could keep on getting 20 statues yearly. I'm gonna end up with like 300-400 statues. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with all these?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
like I said,
buying a house, you gotta completely.
That's why I'm slowing down now, is because it's taking me longer than I would like to buy the house.
When you show those bank statements to the bank, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are all these charges to China?"
They're like, what's going on? What are you into right now?
I think
sorry, drugs got a hold of me.
Right.
Sell everything you have and use that for your down payment and then start over.
You think I'm joking, but you got to give like 2-3 months of bank statements, and they're gonna see what you spent your money on.
Like realistically speaking, it's like I don't know, man. Like, how many boxes you think you have or statues? Right? You have maybe 100 and something.
As far as stats, I would say I'm at like probably 100 would be in that ballpark. I think if anything, it would be a little less than, I wouldn't say more. And then plus, right? Listen, but also I don't keep all my boxes. I throw some of the custom ones out.
Yeah, I've been thinking about throwing some boxes.
I don't throw any license out. Never licensed. The customs I do. Because just to pack all them up again, like when I do move and to pack them, I rather just wrap them myself and do it. And the boxes are stupid. Like, it never goes back in the same way on those customs. Yeah, the foam is super tight. It's just, I hate it.
Yeah, but even if you still throw away 100 boxes, you still have 100 statues. Where do you plan on? If you keep on going 20 statues a year, what do you plan on displaying 200 statues? Are you going to buy a house just to display statues?
Well, I know. Obviously,
you got to buy a house close to your current house. You're going to be driving like 100 trips just to move.
Like right now, right now. I got 6 statues on top of my dining room table. I don't even know where the fuck to put them.
I hear you, man. It's
like
and you got more coming. I know it's creeps up.
Okay, what's everybody's most recent piece? What's come in?
We got in.
Yeah, that you got in. Cody, what'd you get in? What's your most recent piece?
Oh, I haven't gotten anything in a while. What was the most recent thing I got? Skip me for a minute.
Okay.
For me, it was I still haven't opened them yet. I think I answered this last week. Was the XM Green Lantern 1/6 I got to open. The Wolverine vs Sabretooth custom, and the Beast vs Sentinel custom.
Oh, you already got that?
I got the three. I got 3 of them around the same time. I just haven't gotten around to opening them yet.
You did both on that, right?
Huh? Both on all of them.
Yeah, but the board on that one didn't take that long.
No, it didn't take long on either of them, really. It wasn't too bad on both, which is weird. Maybe it's speeding up a little bit.
Yeah, like 2 months. The boat party on that like 2 months, right?
That was
I love that beast.
I do love that beast too.
Awesome.
Which one?
The Franco one.
Oh yeah.
With the girder.
Yep. He looks great. I love the way he came out. The fur.
Awesome. It looks great.
And
my most recent one is the Gladiator.
Oh, you
Oh,
got
cool.
it? You already got it? You
Yes,
already got it,
the
Cody?
same one you guys got. I
What
was
do you think?
watching your live unboxing. In the end, you said it would be cool with a light up feature, and I was like, "Oh, he has the light up."
Yeah, because I remember we I actually saw the proto, right? So
Yeah.
the proto didn't have a light up feature. So I
Oh,
forgot.
that
Yeah,
explains it.
He I think he mentioned it to me and I forgot. And but yeah.
Yep. See, my portrait, that portrait came broken.
Oh
Oh
no.
shit.
Yeah, he's sending me a new one, but the effect on the eye, one of the eyes, it was like all shattered.
Oh
Oh,
no.
wow.
Yeah. But I knew when you said that, I remember that his hair comes off.
I
So I was like,
forgot.
oh man, I hope she doesn't grab him by the hair, not knowing. That's
Yeah,
good.
I the thing is that when I took the pictures of the prototype, it wasn't a light up feature. And then
Yeah.
I believe we talked about it when we did the pictures, and then he decided to do the light up feature. And I totally forgot he did.
It's a cool statue. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. I remember the proto is actually bigger than than this one. It's a little bit bigger. It's not that much bigger, but it's a little bit bigger.
It is a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger than he gave some measurements for that, and it's like 6 inches taller than what he said it was.
I just seen some shelf space. Lose that picture above the door, Hohami. There you go. A statue goes right there. Boom. You're welcome. Right where your picture is, right behind you.
What picture?
Put a nice shelf there.
Where?
Maybe 2 statues.
Where?
Right above where your where X-Force Wolverine and Weapon X. The picture. You got the frame.
print?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
my door to my room.
Yeah, put a nice shelf right above there. Get 2 statues right there. Listen, you got to do what you got to do in these dark times.
No, I like the Molina print. I like the Molina print. That's the entrance to the danger room.
Look at that's definitely 2 statues worth right there. If a shelf was right above the door, 2 statues.
You see where the Wolverine was at, right? You see the other Wolverines up there, and you see
Yeah.
the sideshow one. See, right next to the sideshow one, I was gonna put the saber tooth, but some little dick fucking swiped me from eBay. You know, oh, where'd he go?
I don't know.
He had some internet trouble, it looks like. So you guys, your most recent one was also Gladiator then? Barbara.
Yeah, I like it. I love it. I saw the black one too. You know, the black one was cool, but you know, Gladiator to me needs to be with the red and blue. You know.
Are you
Yeah,
getting any
100%.
of the other ones in that line?
Huh?
Are you going to get any of the other ones in that line?
I think I'm just gonna get the Gladiator. Maybe I'll get the Nova.
Yeah, Nova looks cool.
I like the Nova, and I think I'll just with the Nova. That's it.
Well, when Gladiator came, I was starting to worry about how big Ronin was going to be.
Ronin's big.
Did you see that one in person?
Yeah, Ronin's big.
He's big.
Which one was? Oh yeah, Ronin's big. Oh yeah.
Ronan's big.
He's not as big as Thanos.
No. He's not a big one. He's big.
Okay.
He looks good next to the Gladiator. What do you think?
What about you, Ark?
What do you think about the Gladiator, Cody?
Oh, it's great. I love it. I think the base is a little big. Its diameter could be like a little bit smaller.
What's the base again?
It's like a broken
It's just
concrete
a round-
with a Gladiator logo kind of in it.
Yeah, it's just a round base.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just a round base.
I do wish the base would have probably been a bit smaller, so it would have been a little bit easier.
Besides, the base be a little bit smaller. Other than that, I love it. The colors are awesome.
Yeah, it does look good.
They really pop, right?
Yeah.
I was
the cape too. I love the cape, the way it's like kind of flowing.
Yes. Cape looks
Does it have a nameplate?
Nobody has his logo in the front.
What do you feel about logos or nameplates on a piece?
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
On that statue, it kind of makes sense because it's just a round base. It's not like an environmental base or anything. But overall, I don't like it. But
I think on a statue, I don't ever like a piece to have a nameplate like the original Magneto that Sideshow did. How it had the name done inside of it and stuff. I didn't care so much for that, but I have grown to love nameplates on a bust. Like I absolutely love, and it doesn't have to be on the bust, but like how Sideshow did their legendary scale pieces, how the exclusive was the nameplate. That aspect of it, I absolutely love.
I like that actually too.
Well,
I think it's kind of like all or nothing. If all quarter scale statues came with a nameplate, then maybe I would like it. But since most don't, I don't want a few that do.
I never really got into nameplate.
I've never been a fan of nameplates, to be honest. It's like one of those things. Like I know who you are. Like
Right.
Yeah.
No, I just always felt it was like one of those like those keepsakes that you get at like the gas stations, like like when you go up North Florida, like to tourist locations, and you see like these little things, and they say Florida on it with like a
right.
But I get what you're saying though with your statues, where if not all of them have it, then it kind of looks silly. Now, but the thing is with the bust that Ark is saying is all of them have the nameplates if you get the exclusive, so it would look good if they all had it together, and they're stylized the nameplates. So it looks pretty cool with the nameplates.
I think the Gambit one, the nameplate for the Gambit one is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, they're stylized. They look good. They look good.
The
it fits the character. Yeah,
it looks cool. But I will say, like Ohami was saying, like I agree. That's how I was in the beginning. I was like, why do you need a nameplate? You bought the piece. You know who the character is. Why do we need help with this?
I think the only statue that we have that has a nameplate is the Batman Who Laughs, but it's in the back, so you can't see it because it's on the crowbars.
I actually think it takes away too from like if you're trying to do like a scene, right? Like let's say I had the whole Avengers, like I had that whole Avengers setup, right? So I think it'll be kind of funny, right? If I had that whole setup, like a big old dial, right? And each of them have a nameplate, like they're fighting, like they don't need the nameplate there, like they're, what I'm saying, like it takes away from the whole dial scene. Yeah,
it's definitely you have to have the right display to have a nameplate. You wouldn't have
like the bus,
the Gambit fighting Juggernaut.
The bus I can see it.
So I see what you mean, Ohami.
You know what custom I was I was strong on? That Sunfire. That's a nice one, and I held back. I know you got it. Yeah, I love that Sunfire. That was a nice custom.
You should get it. He still got some.
I know he does. Oh, wait. I still got to get the Domino custom.
You still don't have that? You better get moving on that one.
The Sideshow Domino is fantastic.
I agree.
It's good.
It's really good.
Who did the last Domino that came out?
Franco.
Was that Franco that had all the different poses for his arms,
yes,
and the guns? And stuff?
Yes.
I really liked that piece. I thought it was pretty good.
That one is really good. Yeah, so far a lot of the Dominoes that came out are great.
Yeah.
What scale was that? Was that true quarter scale or was it?
It's true quarter scale.
Is it?
See, that didn't make sense to me why that was quarter scale, because the cable is 100% not.
She's dead on quarter scale.
Huh?
She's dead on quarter scale.
Would you say, Ohami? You have that cable, right?
But that's what I'm saying. That's like I go back, like we go back to that whole XM Mystique shit, right? So like I don't get that. Like how can you make how can you make the cable, right? And then do the matching domino, and then they're not to scale with each other. Like what? That's what I'm
not understanding, because Franco usually always does 3.5. Now lately, there's been a few that seem to be a quarter now all of a sudden, which is I don't understand why. Yeah, like that Beast, Beast you think is a quarter too. I didn't open it yet, but it's more on the smaller.
Is that something?
But I don't really think it has to do with the sculptor.
Yeah, that's what.
No, that doesn't have. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to do with the sculptor. But usually his stuff is 3.5. Now, like you said, it doesn't have to do with the sculptor. But it's just odd that now all of a sudden, that the scales are changing. It seems, because that cable's tremendous, and that domino is supposed to go with that cable. They have the same base. Yeah, it's supposed to.
No, she goes really good with the XM. Anthony put them side by side, and it looks like
I wonder.
Yeah, like the same line.
I wonder what scale is the Deadpool.
I have the Deadpool. See, he doesn't.
Bigger, right?
He does look big. I see 1/4 when I look at him.
Greg,
I think
I'm
I've seen
curious.
him next to some other quarter scale, and he looks.
I mean, I got him next to X-Force Wolverine right now, and he looks smaller. Well, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell because he's out like this and his legs are out with the explosion. Go ahead.
Which
that
X-Force?
X-Force one is huge.
Which one?
The
Talking about the
Wolverine versus Ninjas.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's huge. He's one of these 3.5, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So not long ago, I read the comic where Wolverine was fighting all the ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
So it was so cool to be able to read that comic, and be like, oh, this is why they made that statue. So it's pretty cool. Greg, you need to read a comic. But Greg, I'm curious, how many statues come in that go straight to the backyard pile with a wrap over it? Are there some that you still write? That you still write a book about in your review that you've seen other people unbox?
I don't know why you're hating on the book. You like to read books, you coward.
So that beast, that beast is kind of like, I don't know, man, because I really love it, but it's like it's to me it's quarter scale. That's quarter scale to me. That's 100% quarter scale. Like that's not nowhere near 1/3.5 or whatever, right? Because if I put that next to Alejandro's Wolverine on top of the Sentinel, it's like it dwarfs him. You get what I'm saying? And so I don't know, man. So I think that's one of those things that's kind of frustrating, right? So if you get like try to get statues to match each other and they come out in different scales,
It is frustrating.
It's like so I get why you sold like the mystique, like you loved it, like it looks sick, but the scale isn't right. So you gotta go,
Yeah,
and that might actually be more frustrating.
That I might sell sometime because of that. Like the Weapon X, Franco's Weapon X. I have the running one. That one's a little bit big too, but I really like the statue.
Yeah, I got that one too. The running one. You like the running one more than the one where he's like crouching down?
I see you have both. I've only seen in person the running one. I ordered the running one.
I actually like the running one more, to be honest.
I've always liked the running one more, but everyone loves the crossed arms more.
It seems like it. I think the running one is more unique.
I think if you put the running one right, he has a portrait where his hair is kind of like
flowing to the side,
Mm-hmm.
right. So I think that was like a super nice touch by Franco to do that.
That's true.
And because
I only have one Weapon X though, so I feel like I have to display it with the helmet.
Gotcha.
But you're right. The flowing hair is nice.
I still think this Daniel Bell Weapon X is one of the best. I love it still to this day. It's amazing. Yeah, with the water effect and everything. I love it. Yeah. I have the Franco ones too. I have both. But I think
the Daniel Bell
version or the clean version.
Wait, say that again.
Do you have the bloody version or the like?
I have one that I had Mike add the blood and snow to, which I love. I know you don't like it, but
I feel like all of Greg's statues will have blood added to them.
Wait, you have blood and snow on your XM?
No. I didn't touch the XM. I touched the Franco one, and I thought it added a shit ton of life to it. I think it looks great. I think it looks great with the blood and more snow to it to give that effect to it.
We're gonna get ours repainted, but we're gonna get the skin done more realistic. So the guy who did the red Sonias that were repainted, he's gonna repaint our Weapon X.
Oh wow!
Oh, cool. So
we're hoping it looks.
Honey.
So you're gonna make him more like pale, like he's out in the cold. Like I seen someone do a repaint of that.
I guess you'll see when you see.
I guess so.
Right now he's looking like.
I guess we'll see it. I guess we'll see a year later.
Listen, last time I said it to a group, I got swiped on eBay. So I'd rather not say anything from now on. If that's all right with you, okay?
Yeah, right now he's looking like he's got a bit of a tan, which I don't like.
Oh, Hami, please let me know what you're interested in on eBay.
No, I'd rather not.
If you could also let me know what you bid, so that I could just do $5 more.
I was looking at a certain beast on eBay, right? And I was bidding on it. I'm like, I bet you Ryan's bidding on this shit. And then, you know what? And then Ryan was bidding on it. I think Jerry was bidding on it too. Jerry, were you bidding on it too?
I was just teasing. I wasn't bidding on it. That was the one that Lewis painted.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't bid on that. I wasn't. I was just messing with you guys because somebody else came over the top on both of you guys, right? It went for crazy money.
Yeah, like I was like, I think it went for like $3,000 or something. I'm like, yo,
holy crap!
I'm out at
What's
1,000 something, bro. Like,
what statue was this?
Yeah, what was it?
The Beast, the one that Lewis did some paintings of.
The who?
The Beast.
Beast.
The Beast?
Beast with him crouching.
Oh, the one that he printed.
No, after
the
that.
crouching one. Okay, gotcha.
Right, the crouching one.
That I love that crouching one.
Wow.
And there's a custom base for that too.
Therapy says that an XM Emma went on eBay this week and it went for $2,500.
Yeah,
I can't believe how much these are going for, man. That's nuts.
Crazy.
So Cody, I'm curious. You've got custom pieces, you've got licensed pieces. Do you prefer one over the other, or do you think that there is a place for both? Because
I think there's definitely a place for both, but I prefer license for sure.
Okay. Do you prefer it because of the security that you get with it, as far as if something's wrong?
I personally think that the quality overall is better on licensed pieces than it is on customs. I think that the fit and finish is usually better. I think that the fitment, the engineering of the parts is usually better. And typically, if I order a licensed piece, when it comes, I'm almost never disappointed. I mean, you have cases like Mystique where it's the wrong size, but usually for the most part, you get what you paid for. With customs, I feel like I might get it and not like it.
Right.
And sometimes that happens. So it's kind of a risk, you know?
It's definitely a huge risk.
No, yeah, like there's sometimes with the
pieces, with customs, they just make so many more different characters and different poses. It's stuff that you're not going to get licensed that you need to fill out your collection. And I think that the best looking collections are a combination of multiple different companies, including customs too. So they definitely have their place, but I'm definitely more of a fan of license.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like for instance, you have a lot. You buy customs. I've noticed for characters that they usually won't make on license. Like you have Gladiator, Nova. Well, you're getting Nova. You're Adam Warlock. Like those are never gonna probably get made from a licensed company. Maybe XM will touch maybe one or two of those if a movie comes out with them or whatnot. But like that's gonna be years from now if they ever even do those.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Greg even knows those characters. I mean, he's definitely. He knows his way around Wikipedia.
Oh.
Wow. Maybe I read comics all along and I just like to play stupid.
No, we definitely know that's not the case.
do we now?
No, I'm kidding, Greg. I mean, if you have read comics, I mean, nobody would out you. Nobody would call you out on anything. Right. I mean, not that I would.
Nah, you wouldn't, even though you just started reading them like 2 days ago.
I know. So Greg, every time that I do kind of pick fun of you, right? I always think about Star Wars. How it's Luke pretty much knew nothing of the Force until Ben Kenobi, right? Tells him about it. So then he's like all in. And then he's like, I'm going to become a Jedi. I know all about the Force. And then when Han Solo shows up and he's like, you're not with the Force? You don't believe in it? Well, fuck you. That's how I always think about it. Because it's like a Family Guy did it. It's like, oh, you're all in after knowing 10 minutes of this? So that's how I am. I'm playing catch up. But because I've read, 10 comics, I'm like, oh, well, now I can make fun of everybody else that hasn't read 10 comics.
Yeah, you didn't wait that long.
I may have one and a half comics, and then I made fun of everybody. That's how I roll.
Frenzy said that the XM
Literally.
Frenzy says that the XM Magic went for crazy money too on eBay.
Yeah, they're all going for a lot.
I mean, I know a lot of some people like the sideshow Emma, but I don't think it's anywhere close to the XM Emma. I mean, I seen the sideshow one. I didn't like it. Her cape looks cheap to me.
It does.
Sideshow doesn't even have a magic, so those are two characters that I think XM did really good on them.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes like I get those pieces go for crazy amount of money, but sometimes you would think like sideshow, like, you know, I'm not a sideshow fanboy, right? By all means, but like sideshow did like a great job with the gene, like, you know, that shit they killed it with the gene, right?
Yes, I agree. That's a masterpiece. Mark Newman. Oh man,
Yeah.
that statue is awesome.
But it's never
Probably
gonna
my top
go.
3 female pieces: Captain Marvel, Domino, and Jean.
But it's
So,
never
with
gonna
Jean-
go. It's never gonna go for the amount of money.
Because
Storm,
you have
Emma,
to because
or
you have to
Magic
remember
No, it's true.
the crazy ES is on sideshow. Also,
Yeah.
I mean, those are a dime a dozen. Like,
I'll say,
Rogue goes for a lot, exclusive anyway.
Yeah, but
Jean
even
Grey,
like
Jean Grey,
so
her
Rogue-
portrait.
I think, but Rogue is one of the ones that has the least.
Yeah, but so Rogue
No?
is like one of sideshows,
ES is low?
female statues that goes for the most money, right? But it still doesn't touch like Emma, Storm, or even Magic.
No, but that's also because the ES is like 350 on those, and
Yeah.
Rogue I think is 750 the exclusive. I could be wrong, but I thought
Yeah, the ES is
750
small.
sounds right.
Yeah,
But
the
what
ES
I
on those are
understand-
small.
So Barb and Greg, we didn't grow up reading comics, right? We grew up on the X-Men show, right? We loved the X-Men show from the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was our Jean Grey, right? So y'all are talking about how the new Jean Grey is perfection, right? The new Jean Grey from Sideshow is only perfection because it's a gorgeous portrait, right? But if you go to the OG Jean Grey, I mean, that's our cartoon version Jean Grey.
Yeah.
So
How
I'm not.
many people are ignoring that?
Okay, I'm not ignoring because I actually never said the sideshow Jean Grey's. The new one is perfect. I actually don't even own it. I actually agree with you. I think the OG one is actually more like the cartoon 100%. I actually think her face portrait looks more like Jean than the new sideshow one. Now I'm not saying the sculpt is better, but it looks more like what you're saying to the cartoon and everything like you're saying.
Yeah, but I think you know what I think it feels like, at least for me, like, you know, when you start getting like, I'm just put like this Jean that, you know, from Sideshow, I feel like this is like a newer style sculpt, not newer, but it's just, I feel like the old Jean and stuff like that. It's like an old sculpt, like, you know what I'm saying? It's outdated.
It's outdated.
Yeah,
I would agree.
I always thought the new Jean,
like a Rogue. You go to the Rogue, right? You go to this Rogue compared to the other one. Now you see like what a Tim did, that he's changed out the head or whatnot. That looks great. You know,
that does look great.
But if you keep it, you know, just the way it is, right, with the old portrait and stuff like that, it's another outdated piece. Same thing with Cyclops. Same thing.
I think
like, you know,
just
it goes on
because it's
and on.
outdated though doesn't necessarily mean it looks bad.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
No, it doesn't. I guess what he's trying to say is that when you try to pair it up,
era.
I guess what he's trying to say, when you try to pair it up with the newer stuff, like if you were to pair up the let's say the OG Rogue with the XM Emma or the newer stuff, they just don't mesh well.
They don't mesh well.
Yeah. But
like, you know,
that's because I always compare I compliment my OG Jean Grey with the OG Cyclops because he's got the jacket. Screw all the rest of these Cyclops that didn't make it with a jacket. The jacket is Cyclops.
It should have had a jacket. But one quick thing with the new Sideshow Jean that always bothered me, and where we come back to your statement, Ark, the costume is way more accurate to me. And I always thought with the new Sideshow Jean, I felt like the whole thing needed a repaint as far as color scheme. Like, I just thought the colors weren't dark enough on the blue. Same thing with the gold. They didn't have the gold patch. The whole thing I felt like needed a whole repaint on it to look more comic accurate. I think your Jean Grey that you have is
Like
really perfect. Besides, you know, like they're saying maybe the sculpt isn't as good, as detailed, maybe, you know, like with the hair or the face, but I think it's more comic accurate. and looks more like Jean.
So
Like, look, if
while
you,
we're looking
if,
at,
I'm
wait a
just-
minute.
well, I know one is Dark Phoenix and the other one's Jean, but just to give you like a comparison of like, like you see like the differences in the sculpt and the faces. Like this kind of looks like weird, odd,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
we're talking about apples and oranges, and you just included a lemon.
Well, we're talking about like an OG statue compared to like a newer version, right?
I've seen that Phoenix in person, and I will say though that hair is one of the best I've seen on a sculpt. That hair is the Phoenix. The hair is phenomenal on
the
that.
hair's
Dude,
nice.
The hair is
No, I'm saying,
phenomenal.
Like,
I
like
love that
face sculpt
statue.
wise, like how they've
Yeah.
evolved, even
I-
just a few years back.
If you look at the hair on that Phoenix to that Jean, I would say the Phoenix is better as far as sculpt.
Maybe the hair.
That is
Maybe the
detailed. That is really detailed. I've seen it, and I remember looking at it when my brother had it. I was like, holy shit, this is really well done.
Yeah,
So Jerry, you haven't watched the cartoon. You don't care about the cartoon. You didn't grow up on the cartoon.
Still haven't
Jerry-
watched it.
Jerry, what Jean Grey is your Jean Grey as far as the statue?
Well, it would be Phoenix. It would be Sideshow Phoenix. I mean, I have the XM Dark Phoenix. That's the one that if I had to pick one of that character that I only kept one, that'd be the one to keep.
Tell us how your favorite Cyclops is Jim Lee's.
Yeah.
It's wetsuit.
No. Maybe we should bust on Gambit. Sean's in the chat. Maybe we should just do some ripping on. So, Cody, what do you think about Gambit as far as characters go in the X-Men? I mean, how weak is it? How weak is it? If you were a thief, would you wear metal boots running around?
Cody, it's a trap. It's a trap, Cody.
I know you hate his metal boots. Never heard it. But how do you know that they don't have like some kind of technology in them that makes them comfortable? I mean, it is a comfortable.
This is what I used to bust on Sean.
So I'll say of all the X-Men, Kitty Pryde is still the worst. Even when she was Shadowcat, where she was pretty much
But her powers are really cool.
And there's so many X-Men.
Her powers are really cool though, because
her powers are kind of cool.
I mean, she could stop Juggernaut by just phasing him into the earth, and then he's fucking done.
Yeah, but even still, most of her time was like, I'm a teenager. I got to complain about something.
Did you know that Kitty Pryde was Star-Lord for a while?
Wait, what?
Kitty Pryde, she was Star-Lord. She was part of the Guardians.
Was she?
I thought you read comics.
Yo, you definitely got to read some comics. This is embarrassing for everyone involved.
Greg knows nothing of this. All right.
This is embarrassing for everyone involved. Gather yourself.
I would also bet that Ohami does not know this. Jerry is probably the only one that knows
doesn't go on the show saying he reads 10 books a day.
I know. I read one book a month because I have to have my daughter help me. But I'm playing catch up, and I will get there eventually. But I've always tried to figure out which Guardians of the Galaxy run I should read because there are multiple omnibus out there.
Definitely the Abnett and Lanning one is by far the best.
Hold on. I got to go to Amazon here.
Go to Wikipedia.
What? Wikipedia? You can't buy stuff.
You need to get yourself together because Cody's schooling you right now, bad.
Well, Cody is going to school me. Jerry can school me. These people that grew up reading comics, these are the people that I'm jealous of. I've never not once been jealous of Greg for his
things.
Box stacking.
You should be.
No matter how well you wrap it in saran wrap and put a tarp. In Alabama, it gets so hot here. I would be terrified that my statues would warp.
The humidity.
He only has empty boxes outside.
Well, there's a few that have some statues. I try to avoid that. Listen, you gotta roll the sometimes you gotta roll the dice, you know?
Wow.
If something happens to the statue, it'll just have to be repaired, you know?
What's your address?
Can you imagine if Greg posted a security video clip of Jerry sneaking into his yard?
Imagine me just like running after Jerry and whooping that old man's ass. You know, that would be viral.
You wouldn't be able to catch me.
Wow.
All right, so Cody, you're saying that Abnet and Landing Omnibus is the one to get?
Yes.
Okay. I'm ordering it right now.
Great story.
There's not
And
like
then
a
once that
junior card
ends,
on
that
the
goes
front.
right into Annihilation, I think.
So so then I need to order Annihilation also.
After you read that, you'll probably want to.
Here we go. Hold on.
Annihilation's not
me
out,
out
is it? It's being reprinted.
Who's being reprinted?
The Annihilation omnibuses go for some big money on.
No, they're going to reprint it.
Okay.
It's like slated for next year.
All right. My order is placed, and I'm going to read this one when I get it. So,
What
Cody,
was
if
it?
it sucks, I'm coming after you. What?
What was
Guardians
it?
of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy.
You found it?
I did find it, and I just bought it. The
There
omnibus.
you go. You won't be disappointed.
I'm excited about it because I've been trying to figure out which, because there are a handful of Guardians of the Galaxy people that wrote that storyline, and I've been curious which is the good storyline to get. So
I got the OG one.
You got the what one?
The OG.
So that's probably the crappy version.
Well, it's the old Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not no Rocket Raccoon shit or big oversized tree.
I never read that. The one with like Yondu and the ice guy.
Yeah, and right. Yeah, Martin X.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one that I just ordered is gonna have
Rocket, Groot, Gamora, Star-Lord,
Well, see,
Dog, Cosmo.
When does Gamora come back to life?
Damn it, Jerry! You and your spoilers. What the
Don't
hell?
worry, she'll be alive by the time you start reading.
On a live show, you're gonna spoil it. At least everybody can experience this, and it's like anytime I tell Jerry what story I'm reading, he immediately says, "Oh, you're not gonna be, you can't wait for this person to die or this person to come back to life." Or I say, "Why is this person dead? What did they do in the past? Oh, they're dead. They come back. What the hell?" Now everybody can experience the spoiler.
Yeah, but nobody's going to go back that far and read to where she's dead.
Well, I mean, she's dead to everybody, I would think.
No, that's all you guys. She's alive because you came in after. They came in like in the 90s when she was already back. Adam Warlock was alive again. Thanos was alive again. All those guys. Pip the Troll. Pip the Troll's back, right?
There's a troll in the Marvel universe?
Yeah, he should be in that run. I'm pretty sure Pip the Troll is in it. Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah.
So when people say that they only read Marvel, that they hate DC, and the fact that I just found out there's a troll in Marvel.
Wait, Arch, do you own any Guardians pieces?
Yeah, I've got the movie version of Groot and Rocket.
Okay.
But I would
want
love to get.
I
would love to get XM Star-Lord.
Boom. So
if one's on eBay, start bidding on me.
I'll just send it to Art.
Crush his hopes and dreams.
You guys watched the trailer for the Eternals?
Turtles?
No, I actually haven't yet. I heard it's pretty good.
Obviously, this question is for everybody except Jerry.
No, I haven't.
I've heard good things. I didn't like the first trailer. I'll say that. I don't know anything about them, but when I seen the first trailer, I was like, oh, I don't want to know anything about them. They look boring.
Turtles movies.
The Eternals.
What?
No.
They did Turtles movies.
Eternals.
Eternals.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just released.
No.
They just released a new trailer to it, and I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, I didn't see it yet.
Well,
I think those two shots are affecting me because I heard the Turtles.
Yeah.
Did the Eternals come back in the new cosmic Marvel universe? New meaning anything 1990 or later. Cody, have you read anything about the Eternals?
No, I've never read a comic with the Eternals.
So, see, I don't think Marvel could get the Eternals wrong because they're not going to piss anybody off because nobody knows anything about the Eternals.
Yeah, you're right. They're not going to piss anyone off because no one's going to see it.
Off that many people.
Yeah.
Nobody knew anything about the Avengers. Nobody knew anything about the Guardians.
Oh, I did.
Marvel's going to learn very fast that this phase is not going to do well.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're
but I
right.
think-
They're gonna learn very fast.
I'm the biggest MCU fan you'll ever meet, but I'm not even that excited about what's coming up.
I'm not like, for one. All right, so they got the Eternals. They got the Shang-Chi. Okay, that movie actually looks decent, but no one knows who the fuck he is.
Decent, but it's
Yeah, but that could have been any kung fu
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, no one knows who he is. And you got Black Panther, who's Black Panther's not even going to be in it. So who's excited for that?
I think
I'm
the
excited for that.
Spider-Man one will be
It may be
cool.
his sister.
Spider-Man one's going to be amazing.
No,
Yeah.
Spider-Man's not going to be amazing. This is the weakest. Well, this is the second weakest. Anybody that thinks that Tobey Maguire is their Spider-Man, you should start drinking.
But it's going to have all three of them in it.
Alcoholic, because your life has no future,
But it's going to have all three of them in it.
which is worse.
It's worse.
Garfield.
It's going to have our boy Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield is the only Spider-Man. The rest are bleh.
All right, Cody, who's your
It'll be-
Spider-Man?
Cody, be careful who you pick who is your Spider-Man, because that will determine if you ever come back on our show.
No,
Don't listen to Justin. He's drunk and shit.
I like the Tom Holland Spider-Man. I mean,
dear.
I hear what everyone says about how he's too influenced by technology and all the Iron Man tech and everything, and I don't really like that either. But still think he's a good Spider-Man.
He's kind of like Iron Man's sidekick. He's almost like
also-
Robin from
That's what
Iron
we
Man.
were saying last
Spider-Man is
week.
supposed to be a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be Tony
I
Stark's
understand
sidekick.
that. And we went over this last week. I don't know if you've seen the show, Cody. And I was like, yeah, I was basically saying, like, I hate that it's so his movies revolve so much around Iron Man, and I feel like he doesn't have his own identity yet at all. And not to say that's Tom Holland's fault. That's the writing. It's not Tom Holland's fault. But I think because of that, I don't enjoy Tom Holland as much as I should, because he just hasn't had the writing around him where he's his own man and you can appreciate him as Spider-Man.
So you're saying maybe if Sam Raimi directed Tom Holland?
Yeah,
everybody-
maybe.
I want to apologize to everybody, because obviously when I read a comic, I'm a dick about that character, right? So Collector Therapy just became me, right?
What's he talking about?
He commented about, has Art even read a Spider-Man comic? I know for a fact that comic or Collector Therapy has just recently started reading Spider-Man. He's midway through his first omnibus. So now he's making me out to be the weirdo that doesn't know enough about Spider-Man. So now I know what everybody goes through.
You knew what everyone went through for most of your life because you just started reading them, you idiot.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that because I wish I was where therapy was. I wish that I could talk down to people because I've read that comic. That's not so much of an insult to Collector Therapy as I'm a jealous moment. But I will say Sean needs to be our next guest. He was all with us with who the correct Spider-Man was.
Was he? He thinks it's Andrew Garfield?
I believe so, unless my words got too.
I would love to get Sean on the show, but he has to ask his wife first.
Have you ever been so used to a touchscreen?
Love you, Sean.
We're going to start roasting the chat.
I was following Justin's lead. I was fucking.
You're the first channel that just roast the chat. I'm okay with that, especially if I'm mixing cold medicine and vodka.
That'll mix things up. Usually it's them roasting us.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to sober up here, and then I read Sean's comment. She is laying next to me. What's going on here?
I've been wanting to read Swamp Thing. Every time Jerry mentions Swamp Thing, I want to read it, but it just sucks. I cannot get it digitally.
Oh man, we just hit the 10 o'clock, at least in Alabama time, 10 o'clock. So we've hit 2 hours. And now, Barb, you bring up Swamp Thing? We need an additional 2 hours to talk about Swamp Thing. Barb.
Cody, if you ever want to read something DC, get Alan Moore's Swamp Thing.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my God.
I've heard a lot about the what is it? Jeff Johns. Is it Aquaman?
That's a good one too. That's
I've
a
heard
really
that's
good one
really
too,
good. Is that you still would recommend the Swamp Thing over?
I didn't read the Jeff Johns Aquaman, so I can't say there. But
so Cody, I would say, have you watched any of the WB shows? It's like
No.
Flash.
Nope.
No. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'll say Jeff Johns. I love just about everything he does. He did the Flash run where it's Wally West. It is incredible. It's interesting. There's one guy that's called, oh my goodness, I've had too much drink. I can't think of his name. Something in the silence. But he was a surgeon, and he gets tired of people talking. So he cuts out everybody's tongue and then stitches up their mouth.
Whoa.
As a villain. And that to me was such a cool villain that nobody touched.
That's crazy.
It was so cool. And then you had the real Mirror Master that was not in the TV show. It wasn't a female that was confused and whatnot. But Mirror Master was really cool. He could put anybody in a mirror world or a town in a mirror world. That was so cool. So I would highly recommend anything that's Jeff Johns that you dive into for DC.
I'll have to check it out.
Art, do you have the JSA by Jeff Johns?
I do not, but I probably should order that. But I've already ordered. I've already
Probably should.
You guys know who Omar is? Near mint condition.
Yeah.
The guy that does all the omnis. He says that is the if you're gonna read anything DC by Jeff Johns, it's the JSA run.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to get that. And I will say, Collector Therapy. You said that my wife is laying next to you. I'm telling your girlfriend. I'm going to PM her privately that you said that. But that's all I'm going to say.
His boyfriend's going to be upset.
All right. So Jerry, why is it whenever you host, we get to like one or two of your questions?
What is that?
Jerry, every time you host, we only get to a couple of your questions.
I don't know. I think it was a pretty lively.
That's a good thing, though.
So Greg, when I got to all three of my questions that I had planned, that was a bad thing.
Wait, say that again?
I had only came up with 3 questions.
You only came up with 3? You said I made fun of you for only coming up with 3 last time?
Yeah, you're saying it's a good thing, but
I don't recall making fun of you for that. I mean, I make fun of you for a lot of things, but I don't think that was one of them.
that's it.
No.
I'm all and going home.
No, you said it's a good thing that we didn't get through all the questions. So that means it's automatically a bad thing if you do get through all the questions.
Oh, God. Art, there goes your answer.
Hush, my girlfriend is by.
Oh, okay. I guess she would have to be if she's with therapy, right?
Oh boy, here we go.
So on that note, I would love to know, Cody, where do you store your boxes? Do you have a storage?
In my basement.
Ah, in your basement.
In my basement.
That could be more.
My basement is a maze of boxes.
Exactly. See, my man cave is in the basement, so I've stuffed so many boxes in my attic, in my kids' closets, my closet.
Yeah, I'm lucky because I have like the whole house. You know, some people have like a display room. All my stuff is like in my living room.
That's very nice.
Same with us.
So,
yeah, that's awesome.
Well, you're just lucky, okay?
Why am I lucky?
You're lucky.
Why?
You're lucky.
Why?
Because you're lucky.
Why am I lucky?
Because you just are.
Can you explain to me why am I lucky?
Because I like the statues.
If you don't, please.
Could you imagine if Barb and a homie never got married? A homie's living room would just be blank walls.
I mean, you could just roll your trailer down here and give me and show me your statues, and I'll be fine. You can park in the backyard.
Hey, if that offer is real, I'm gonna hook it up to the truck right now.
Make sure you bring me my saber tooth.
Hey, I'll happily give you my saber tooth to live in your backyard.
You can live in my backyard anytime, Art.
Oh my God, Sean just, oh my God. Look at Sean just, oh, shots fired.
Maybe Sean is not going to be on next week.
This coming from the president who needs to ask permission to buy a statue. Like, really?
You know his wife is listening.
I imagine Sean is only able to put that comment because he's in the bathroom with the door closed.
Hey, Sean, did you show your wife that Deja Thoris you bought yet?
Now we're back to just roasting the chat.
I feel like everyone's getting roasted from every direction.
Look what Austin just wrote. Ohami's not a collector. He's the payer of all her statues.
For everybody's information, Barbara's statue room is the bedroom. She has a little corner, and that's it.
No. Okay, yes, I have my statues in my bedroom. My statues, my DC stuff. Okay, but I also have that wonderful Iceman.
That's mine.
No, it's not. I paid for that one.
This is good stuff.
That was a gift.
No, the gift was the Colossus from Sideshow.
Oh,
You don't? I'll sell them tomorrow.
I'll sell you Mysterio tomorrow.
No, you won't. I'm gonna give it to Jerry.
You don't get to decide who you sell it to. I do. I don't want
No,
Jerry.
I'm gonna sell it to Jerry. If somebody's gonna have my Mysterio, it's gonna be Jerry.
I don't want Jerry having my.
I'll
shit.
take it.
What do you mean, Jerry already has some of your shit?
And I regret it.
The Ghost Rider, that's mine.
That's the only statue that's yours besides the Ghost Rider. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
I will say this: when you are talking about
Phoenix
selling
Fire
your
collection
pieces
is
in your
mine.
collection,
No,
I mean,
I bought it.
No. If it worked for me, you wouldn't have bought it.
I don't give a shit. I pay for it. It's fucking mine.
the chat did jump to 20 when you started mentioning selling your pieces off.
We did somehow get more viewers all of a sudden. Keep arguing.
I wonder what happened.
I mean, people love watching Jerry Springer, so I mean, this is the comic version of Jerry Springer.
It's actually, yes, I have a creepy corner. It's actually the best in the collection.
Well, you've been on Jerry Springer a bunch of times, right, Art?
It's my shit. It's the best in the collection.
The other fucking day you told me you're not even into X-Men no more. You're into DC shit.
Holy shit! Oh, violence!
Man. There you go.
Okay, so all this shit is mine. Okay,
21 viewers. Keep it going.
Okay. I said okay. Let me make
Frenzy?
something clear. It's not that I'm not into the X-Men thing. It's just that I get bored when I see.
Potter puff me.
You get bored with the X-Men?
Okay, I get bored when I start seeing 100 Wolverines and 100 Sabretooth and 100 of the same damn statue. Like, I get bored. Like, I don't even want to see them.
Shit though, so it doesn't matter.
That's not true. That Sabretooth is mine.
If you get bored, go to your room, right? Take a time out in your room. And
We're witnessing a divorce right in front of our eyes.
It's so funny because when we buy stuff and he wants it, he's like, go message the person. Go message.
I'm not social. Like, I don't like.
So I'm the one that hustles to get them, and then he claims they're his.
So Ferenzi in the chat, he asked, "Who carries the boxes, unboxed, and assembles the statue?"
Good question.
I think this is coming from like a hatred, you know, like a deep hatred that other people's wives, right? Don't do that, you know, for them. Like I'm cool. My wife.
I've never seen Asami unbox a statue.
Go ahead, Ohami.
My wife spoils me, right? She unboxes a statue for me. She already assembles a statue for me. So when I get home from work, I get to see my statue already and be like, oh. You know?
That's nice.
That's very nice.
I don't need to ask permission.
It's kind of like a win-win.
There's some that I won't mess with. Like I didn't mess with the 3-phase Wolverine. I didn't mess with that one. I didn't mess with the Beast. I think those are like some of the customs. Sometimes they're a little bit complicated when you're putting them together, and I prefer not to mess with them.
Because if it becomes broken, because if it breaks while I'm packaging, then that's not gonna be a good day.
No, I've never broken a statue in boxing. I mean, I've broken statues, but
You broke the prime one.
Well, how would Ohami ever know?
Prime one Venom. I did not. Okay, see, this is fucking hilarious. This was okay when we unboxed the Prime One Venom, right? I took one of the tentacles and I showed it to him, and I'm like, "It's broken." He's like, "You fucking broke the damn statue. You broke the fucking tentacle." Yada 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 yada. He bitched at me for like the longest, and then everybody started posting the same goddamn tentacle broken in the same spot. And I'm like, "It wasn't me." It was.
But was it you?
No, it wasn't me. It really wasn't me.
We're never gonna know now, are we?
No, it was not me.
It's always best to lie.
No, I took it out of the box and I took it to him, and he thought I broke it. And then everybody else started posting the same tentacle broken in the same spot. So it wasn't me. It was something with the box, the tentacle. It was fragile. I don't know. It broke.
My tentacle didn't break. Just saying.
You broke the Sideshow Carnage. I told you I wanted to sell the Sideshow Carnage. You broke it. You broke the head. Or you broke the prime one. You broke,
I didn't break the head. I chipped it.
I'm not done. Okay, you broke the prime one. The prime one. Spider-Man 29. You broke the fucking wing on it.
Okay, I admit I broke the wing on that one, and I fixed it. What the fuck?
Okay, let's see what else.
And how many statues haven't came broken that I fixed?
That's because you do it to please me.
Yeah.
See, now he doesn't even worry, because now if something comes broken, oh, Barb will fix it and paint it. Because it happened with the Phoenix 5, the Emma. Her hair strand came broken, and I put it back together. I put some epoxy sculpting on it, whatever the fuck, and I fixed it and I painted. So now he doesn't worry if something breaks. Now he's like, "Can you fucking fix my shit?"
Like I keep imagining 2 years from now, Greg unboxing some of his statues and him immediately texting Ohami and Barb saying, "Hey, did this piece arrive broken when you unboxed it?"
Wow. You know, I do unbox them and then put them back in, so I do see them, and then I know what's broken and what's not.
Greg, when you box them back up, do you tape the styrofoam back up?
What do you mean, like the whole black foam, or you mean?
Like, there's so many times when I buy a piece from somebody on eBay, like a Sideshow piece, right? And they ship it back to me, and obviously they unbox it, they display.
Oh, you mean like the seam around it, the tape? Oh yeah, I definitely tape it.
Why don't people, when they ship stuff, they tape it back up? Why do they think it's okay to not tape it back up?
I don't. They're like asking. They're asking for trouble. I don't understand it either. It's not a hassle. It takes 2 seconds.
Yeah, I always tape like
it's literally a minute of your time.
And don't just tape it this way. Tape it around the styrofoam.
Yeah.
See, the thing, I guess it has to do maybe with how long you've been collecting or whatnot. But like I've sold maybe a handful of maybe Sideshow stuff, and whenever I box it back up, I double tape that. Like I take away the old tape and I double tape it on the phone, because people are gonna pull it out of the box. They're not gonna carefully. And when I buy stuff, I don't pull it out of the box. I slide it out on the floor, because people don't tend to tape that shit.
Yeah. Like when Jerry shipped me the Sentinel, he included woodworking. Like
I was terrified that thing was going to get hurt. So I
was blown away. Like I've never had somebody like the only way that Jerry could have upped his boxing up at this statue is if he knocked on my door and said, "Here is the statue." Like, it's not broken. It's exactly how I had it.
No, I always try to box things up in a way that when it arrives okay, you know, and that when people take it out, it's not gonna break, or that, because even when I get stuff, like, you can't just assume people are gonna tape it up or package it correctly, you know.
Yeah.
Cody, how do you? So you just said you had some breakage on your last statue. Do you get a bunch of breakage, or are you pretty good? Are you pretty lucky with the?
I don't know if I'd say I'm lucky. I mean, I get my fair share of breakages, not a ton, but I've noticed with Sideshow, sometimes the pieces don't fit at all. Like, you'll either get a perfect one, or it doesn't even come close. Like, the head will not fit in the key, or an arm will not fit in the key at all.
happened to us.
At all. And then you'll return it for a full refund, get a new piece, and it fits perfect. So I've had that happen more than breakages. And usually a break, too, is a clean break that I can just glue.
Yeah.
I haven't had any issues with Sideshow, anyways, as far as or XM with a piece not fitting like it should. I've had a couple of breaks, but it's very few breaks.
I feel like this happens more with customs than the fitting issues anyway, as not as so much as with the license. They usually fit, not all the time, but I would say majority of the time they key in right and they fit in right. Customs, you have more issues.
Customs
obviously,
will be like they'll fit, but they might be a little wobbly.
Yeah.
Whereas the license,
where you might have to,
or in my experience, it doesn't fit at all.
We had an issue with the Cyclops from the Phoenix 5. The peg was way too long, and we couldn't get it. We couldn't get it all the way in.
No,
we had to cut.
That wasn't a Cyclops.
Which one was it?
The Magic from the Phoenix 5. The peg, the peg where she, where you stick her in. It actually came too long.
Was it Magic or was it Cyclops?
It was Magic, and I had to get a pipe cutter
because we didn't have the grinder. You left it at work.
I had to get the pipe cutter and cut off the peg because it came way too long.
Oh, I thought it was a Cyclops. I forgot. I didn't remember which one.
Ferenzi said, "What do you think of my chances of getting my Sideshow Sinestro fixed by Sideshow? I bought it in 2016, and now it leans where it can't be displayed."
I mean, their customer service is good, but I don't know if it's that good.
Yeah, you could try it, but
I mean, that's 5 years we're talking about here, and your statue's leaning. They're just going to be like, "All right, well, had a good run."
Yeah. I got the dial from the Fantastic Four from Sideshow, right? The one where you got the thing.
Yeah, the OG one.
Yeah, I got that one. I bought that shit when it first came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Human Torch, Human Torch is supposed to be flying up.
Yeah, he's going around them with the fire.
Yeah, he's fucking on his belly. Like, wherever you put him, he's on his belly on the fucking thing.
So it started to lean.
No,
Human Torch did?
It's already, it's fucking already on the floor. He's just flying he's like
damn.
On the floor.
So the pieces that lean, are we putting them on level surfaces and then they're still leaning, or is it because we're putting them on shelves that have so much weight on them that they're bowed?
I think it's just gravity. Like when you start doing stuff like kind of in a dynamic. Look, I have the Black Bolt right from XM, which is I don't know if you've ever seen that piece, but he's like leaning front, right?
Right.
So he's supported
on one foot.
He's supported by 1 foot and with a peg that's going all the way up his leg.
But he's not leaning though.
He's not leaning,
but
but the fucking foot is cracking.
So the back of the calf right here, all the way down and around right here, it completely cracked.
Yeah, from the weight,
And the peg is inside, but he's standing straight up. He's not leaning forward, but the resin on the leg cracked.
That's why I always have an issue when there's certain pieces that are all right because they're kind of like lightweight, it doesn't have that much weight, when it's kind of like in a dynamic pose. But sometimes,
I broke that one too, by the way.
Yeah. She broke that one too. Oh, she broke the fingers on it.
What?
5 fingers.
I dropped the hand.
On Black Bolt?
On Black Bolt, I dropped one of his hands when I went to take pictures. I knocked it off by mistake. It's not that I dropped it. When I was taking pictures, I kind of spun him and it kind of crashed into Ohami because he was on the other side, and the hand fell and it broke. And then
would you say it was Ohami's fault?
Well, that's when we realized his leg was cracked. And I'm like, oh well, I guess now it doesn't matter anyway. So
he's got 2 hands though, right? For each hand.
Yeah, we saw
I've always wanted to get that Black Bolt and pair it with one of my Gladiator Hulks for World War Hulk, just because he beat the hell out of the piece. And David, Lord King David, he always told me that that Black Bolt was a scroll, but I never read anything about Black Bolt being a scroll at that time.
I don't remember that. David knows his crap.
Yeah, he does, but
I think he does.
I think Hulk was such a badass that he just beat the hell out of Black Bolt. I don't think he was a scroll at all.
Black Bolt's pretty badass, man.
He is, but I mean, also we're talking about Hulk, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He was sent to a planet, and then his family. The point where he comes back to planet Earth, his wife and child have been murdered in his head.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be much of a hey, let's stop and talk or hold back. I mean, it's going to be straight. You sent me to this planet, then you detonated my ship as a bomb. So I'm coming at you. So I don't know. I don't know what storyline Dave is reading from, but as far as my reading, which many people have read, is not much. I think.
So the point you're trying to say is you've only read like 10 comics and you don't really know what you're talking about.
As far as what Wikipedia says, I have not read Black Bolt being a scroll. But I will say, hey, Sean left us to go watch what show was it?
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore.
Oh no, that was
No, that's Sean. He said that.
Yeah,
no, Sean said that.
So Sean is dead to me from this point forward.
I didn't know people still watch that.
Jersey Shore.
Come on.
Poor Sean.
Isn't that didn't they start doing new episodes or something?
There's been like new episodes for years, but
Right?
I didn't know people still watch it.
I never watched it. I never liked Jersey Shore.
I watched it when I watched it years ago when it was
back in the day.
Yeah,
the first couple seasons.
That was like 10 years ago when it first
But now
premiered.
it's just depressing. I wouldn't watch it now.
10 years ago, I thought it was more. I thought that was like.
I mean, it could have been more.
Early 2000, like in the 2000s.
Yeah,
it was good back in the day.
I think.
I don't think
it might have been like 2008.
I mean, good is subjective, but it was entertaining.
I enjoyed it back then, but I was also a lot younger.
Yeah.
You were like 12?
Exactly.
I don't know. I was never really into those reality shows.
I was not much into them either.
I think one of the ones that we probably watched was oh my god, Flavor Flav. We watched a couple of that sometimes.
With that giant ass clock around his neck.
Just because it was like, what the fuck are we watching?
Oh my goodness.
No, we've always been into watching like series and stuff like that. Like, you know, like when back in the day, like Smallville, stuff like that we would watch. But we were never into like watching reality stuff.
I'm actually watching Titans now.
Titans is good.
I love Titans.
Therapy. He's going to go watch Real World. So apparently with my wife. So joke's on you if you're watching it with my wife. Good luck with that.
Actually busy with the neighbor.
We got ATV in the chat.
Yeah, he says high mediocre looking people plus Barb.
Wow, mediocre looking people.
I mean, I would say, if anything, Jerry is above mediocre based on all of us. Jerry is what I aspire to be.
Jerry, you know, we've always heard about Greg's pre-order list, right? How many he has, this and that. But I'm actually kind of curious. How many do you have?
26.
Oh, goodness.
I feel like that number's higher than that. I feel like you're being generous.
26.
Well, I don't count licensed.
Oh, that's you can't. I counted licensed. You're higher than me. Jerry's higher than me. Jerry is higher than me.
I don't know. Come on.
What do you mean?
You don't buy licensed stuff.
I have like 9 licensed.
9 licensed on your list, and that's at 30?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I think so. Well, I'm not at like an even 30. I might be at like 34 or something. I haven't counted in a minute.
So
paid in full doesn't.
All right. So I'm counting paid in full. I'm actually counting paid in full statues. I'm counting any statue I don't have in hand is my pre-order list.
What
So
about ones that have shipped already but aren't at your house yet?
I was not counting. Those are included in my list.
Greg,
ATV says, here's a question. How much have you paid in shipping in the past 2 months?
Oh, I don't keep track of those numbers. I never add up the numbers. It's too. If you add up the numbers,
you're gonna have a heart attack.
You can't. You can't add up the numbers. Go ahead, Art. What are you gonna say, Justin? Rip me. Go ahead.
According to Greg's rules, 29.
You have 29, Cody?
29. Yeah, 29 that are not in hand yet.
Oh shit.
Cody, you
That's
have
high.
29? 29?
29, he said.
Mm.
Yo, I feel so good right now.
Damn.
Go ahead, Justin.
I was just saying, how many trailers do you think you could have bought with all that shipping prices?
Could have bought a lot of trailers, I suppose. But
I mean, you
So
could
I
have
have to count
trailer
Sideshow
park.
too in XM.
am I counting them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was counting Sideshow and XM. Those
Yeah.
are licensed.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not counting like art prints and stuff like that. Those don't count, right?
No.
Put it this
Wow.
way: with all those shipping costs, that right there is your down payment and your closing cost on a house.
Listen, Barb. If I wanted honesty, right there, you know. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, the day Greg doesn't really want his
Listen.
own house.
No, I mean I do. It's just I have a fucking addiction and I'm sick in the head. You know. I love spending money. That's the problem. But it's not. This isn't even the only hobby I spend money on.
Yeah, it's true. I have another hobby as well.
Oh, what's
I
your
mean-
other hobby?
No, I mean I put money. Well, besides I like to put money into my car and do things to my car. But besides that, I mean I'm into sports cards and memorabilia and stuff like that. I collect sports card, mainly baseball.
Greg, I got one question for you.
Go for it.
Do you wash your own laundry?
You're a bitch.
Yes or no?
Of course.
Are you lying to us?
I'm not lying to you. What do you mean? Do I wash my own laundry? What the
I
fuck?
was curious. I was putting it out there.
I'll make you wash my laundry.
You've got so many hobbies that are so expensive. I was just curious.
What's your
I-
hobby?
I don't even-
Oh, Hami, you wash your own laundry?
He doesn't even know how to work the washer. Okay.
That's why
man, that's awesome.
That's why I got married, buddy.
Wish I had.
Oh,
Man,
homie's like, I've never had to wash my laundry.
Now, I'll say this: how many people on the panel cut their own grass?
I used to.
Wait, used
but
to
we
doesn't
couldn't.
count. I'm saying right now.
Right now.
Well, it needs to be cut. I just refuse to do it.
Yeah, I cut my own grass.
I thought about-
If any, so let me put it to you this way: if anybody's going to cut my grass, it's got to be me. So it's not like I have a lawn service.
Oh,
so
so
you cut
you're
your
saying
own
that you
grass.
still got ice on your front yard?
I just go au natural up here.
The common areas.
Is our Walmart?
Hami says if you're counting the common areas on the Walmart arc.
Wait, did we just go to our downstairs, or are we still talking about yard work, or are we talking about manscaping here?
No, we used to do our yard, but
I used to do it. I did it a couple of times, but I was like, man, this shit takes me all Sunday to do. And this little motherfucker comes here for $40 and he does it like in 30 minutes.
30
I'm-
Wow, $40. That's it.
well, that was our old house. We pay 60 now,
That's still not bad.
but it's not bad. I mean, it's half an acre, so
Yeah, I have like a neighborhood kid that'll do mine too for around the same price, but I only hire him like a few times a year when I go on vacation and stuff. Otherwise, I do it myself.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind doing it myself.
I-
I wouldn't mind doing it myself. The problem is that it'll take me like all day. So
Yeah, that's not worth it.
Mine
It's not working.
mine takes like 3 hours to mow, weed whack,
Damn.
and then blow off the driveway. 3 hours.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah.
when they do mine, they do all that, but they do like the edges.
Yeah.
You know, they cut the trees
Make
around
it
the
look good.
palms.
the only thing I do is I maintain my plants. Like all my plants, I throughout between the 2 weeks in between the 2 weeks that they come, I cut the dead leaves off. I clean around the plants and stuff like
but
that.
He cuts the leaves off the big dick,
the palms.
the big dick tree.
The big tree.
Well, one thing I do pay for is snow plowing. I don't plow my driveway. I hire a guy for that.
Oh man,
that
I'm
must be
so
a
glad
bitch.
I don't have to deal with that shit.
He's really good too. He comes like right away every storm, every time it snows.
My guy's terrible. I just put a front receiver on my truck so I can hook up a plow.
Yeah, it's important to have a good plow guy if you live in a snowy area.
a collector therapy is saying it takes him 3 hours to plow off or to blow off his girlfriend's driveway. So I'd imagine
snowball.
that's that probably that 70.
That's
70,000.
probably code for something else.
that means his girlfriend's the same age as Jerry.
No, well, the thing is that Ohami only has one day out of the week that he's not working. And sometimes, not even all the time, because sometimes he'll work for a couple of weeks straight every single day, Saturday and Sunday.
That's tough.
So, I mean, so it's kind of sucks. So you work, Monday through Saturday, and then your only day off, you got to spend it doing yard work. It kind of sucks.
You know what it is? I think like once you have a house, like at least for me, right? So whenever I don't work, I'm doing something to the house, right? Either I'm painting the house, or I'm like sanding the terrace, or to like restain it, or painting something, or planting a fucking tree, or there's always something, right? There's always something.
Always seems like always something, man.
Yeah, like those things
like
we
never fucking ending.
Yeah, like
right?
those
It's
things
like
we'll
never fucking ending.
do.
Oh my God, I feel like it's my whole life between working and taking care of the property. It's like
Yeah, so it's
takes
like
all my time.
So I rather like there's still so much shit to do to a house. Like when you buy it, there's so much shit to do. So I rather keep on doing shit to the house and not waste my day like cutting grass. You know what I'm saying?
I think Ohami's got it figured out, right? So Barb's like, oh, we still got to finish painting this side of the house, and Ohami's like, oh, I got to go do this electrical job, down the street.
That's pretty much how it is. No, but he gets mad at me because we'll be doing one project, like we were painting the house, right? And all of a sudden we jumped from painting the house to doing the terrace, which we still haven't finished painting because we still have 2 walls on the garage in the back and the wall in the back of the terrace to paint. But we didn't do the wall in the back of the terrace because we had to sand and we had to strip sand and stain the terrace. So there was no point in doing that wall because it was going to get all messed up anyways. But we still got to do that.
Yeah, but see,
I come from one thing to another.
Ohami's got it figured out, though. He's like, I need a break. I'm going to tell them I got this job, and he's going to go to the bar, and then he's going to get hammered, and then he's going to come back at night and be like, oh, I'm so tired. I can barely walk. But he's so fucked up, he can barely walk a straight line, right?
Sounds like you've used this strategy before.
No, and then when we're doing a project that we're almost done with it, like we have maybe just like 2 days left of finishing the project, I'm like, you know what? We need to start doing this. He's like, what the fuck? I still haven't even finished this.
See, I'm at the point where if any project takes over 3 hours, I'm done with it. I'm like, let's move on to a new project. 3 hours is too much.
Sounds like a great plan.
No, but we bought this house. This house was super outdated. It had nothing done to it. And the property was actually closed down for a year on foreclosure because it was a foreclosure property. So nobody was living in it for a little bit over a year. So it was just closed up.
Yeah,
and,
so you got a lot.
We had to do a lot of shit to it. And but we bought the house for $305, and right now it's like $500. So it was a really good buy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, the equity on it is really, really good. But I wouldn't sell it. I'm in love with this house. And besides, if I sell it,
you fixed it all up. You fixed it all up too.
Yeah, no, we did a lot, but
I know that's a problem, right? You get it all into what you want. It takes years.
Yeah, no, we still have a ton of shit to do.
Move and start over.
Yeah, no, we still have to renovate our bathrooms. Our bathrooms are from the 90s. We have to renovate the 2 bathrooms.
That's not that old though.
No, it's not. But I mean, when you compare,
it's
like
just like yesterday.
I already did all the landscape lights. I did all the lights outside and
on the house,
the overhangs of the house.
We did hi-hats to that.
I did hi-hats, recessed lights all around the overhangs of the house.
Wow.
I did
we just did the carport, the roof.
I planted big dick trees in the front.
We did the carport, the roof.
The carport, painted. Man, there's a lot of shit. And
yeah, we did the roof.
Ending, bro.
Yeah, we still have to do the backsplash and the countertops in the kitchen, and we still have to screen the porch.
Eventually, the last thing I'm gonna do is convert the back garage
statue room
into a statue.
So you got plenty of space.
I think once I get our next tax return, I think I'm going to get indoor plumbing, so I'll no longer have to deal with an outhouse.
Are you able to claim the kids if they're not yours though?
It's tough, but we kind of fudge the numbers where even though they're a different color than I am, we just tell people that they tan a lot easier. Like I refuse to be in the sun, right? And then we have to tell Mac to not claim them. But as long as he agrees not to claim them, if we give him a small price, we get full custody and get to claim all the child credit.
Gotcha.
Well, guys,
it's a slippery post.
So it's 11:39. We've hit past our 2-hour mark. So Jerry, close it out.
I think that's a wrap. I'd like to thank Cody for coming on with us. And
yeah, that was my pleasure. Thank you so much for
we had a great time. I
It
think
was a
it
lot
was
of
a
fun.
really good chat.
Yeah,
It was awesome having you, Cody.
Very nice.
It's been 2 years since the Comic-Con that we've seen you.
29
Yes,
stats is
too long.
All right, folks. That's a wrap for episode 4 then.
We'll see you guys.
Good
in the
night,
next
guys.
one. Good night.
Later.
Thanks, guys.
And they're my statues.